Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. How's everybody doing today? I want to know, how is everybody doing today on this wonderful, wonderful Sunday evening, afternoon? I'm gonna say this right now as a big time. First of all, I want to say God bless everybody. That's number one, and hopefully you're having a wonderful day. Um, but yeah, man, we got a lot to talk about. This division, the NFC North division, in my honest opinion, maybe I'm just biased a little bit. Maybe I'm a little bit biased. I feel like the NFC North is the best division in football. It's the hardest division in football. And I want to know, who's the king of the NFC North? Because in 2026, to be more specific, because the Bears won last season. Packers were in second. The Vikings were in third. And the Lions were in the fourth place, meaning the last place. The previous season, it was the Lions number one, the Vikings number two, and the list goes on, right? But my whole thing is this, man. I think all four teams improved. And I feel like, man, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle all the way to the end. This division might go down to the very end of the season, probably week 17. Who knows? But all I know is this. As a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, let's go to the freaking bowl. We will be the kings of the NFC North. Can I talk that talk? That that's in the building. For everybody that's in the building. Yeah, we will be the kings of the NFC North. Now, we'll see what happens. Obviously, we're going to see what happens. It's definitely, I don't know, man. It's been very, very interesting on how all the teams improved and what they did this offseason. Mainly, I'm a stick with the Vikings for this one moment because I'm a Viking fan. Some of the offseason moves that we made. Let's talk about it, man. We probably got one of the biggest free agents, in the NFL. Key additions for every team. Let's talk about the Vikings first. Kyler Murray. People can say what they want to say about Kyler Murray, but Kyler Murray is a Pro Bowler, former Pro Bowler. He's been to the Pro Bowl a couple of times, and he has talent. He has been his career has been slowed down kind of sort of because of the injuries and just the organization not building around him properly, mainly the offensive line, which is probably our biggest problem is offensive line. I don't know what's going on with that. We just keep getting hurt. I don't even think it's the talent on our offensive line. I think it's just us being banged up so much. But I feel like the biggest key addition, obviously, is Kyler Murray. I know people are like, man, I can't stand Kyler Murray. I want to see J.J. McCarthy. At the end of the day, man, we don't have no control in the matter. And most likely, 10 times out of 10, Kyler Murray will be quarterback one for the Minnesota Vikings, the start of the 2026 NFL season. Will he finish being the starter? I don't know about all that, but he will start. You know what I mean? Game one, week one. Another big time, in my honest opinion, big time move, underrated move was cornerback James Pierre. I think outside corner, we definitely needed him in the worst way. We needed him to be in the building the worst. Shout out to Mike in the building. Shout out to Mike in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button when you come in the building. Please hit that like button when you come in the building. But yeah, I think James Pierre was a good pickup. You know what I mean? Pro Bowl doesn't mean much anymore. Have to go off eye test now because Pro Bowl's popularity next man up. Yeah, that's true. Well, in 2020, I think it did mean something. I think 2020, a few years ago, it did mean some. Well, I know he made the Pro Bowl that year, But like recent Pro Bowl, yeah, I agree. Like I think it's just next man up, popularity. I get it. But I think when Kyler Murray made it to the Pro Bowl, when he did make it, I feel like it was well deserved. Um, and I feel like, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna definitely see what happens. Get y'all popcorn ready for this. This is gonna be definitely a very interesting. Shout out to Ryan in the building as well, Zen in the building. It's gonna be a very interesting season for the Minnesota Vikings, and it's gonna be a very interesting season for the NFC North division. There's other key additions. Let's talk about all the teams, right? Like, all right. So, matter of fact, let me stick with the Vikings. All right, so another thing I really loved about the Vikings is, all right, so they reconstructed a few people's contracts like Christian Darrisaw, Justin Jefferson. They let go players like Hargrave and Jonathan Allen, and I can't think off the top of my head of all the other ones they let go, but they're making some moves, man. Trying to get some money to be able to have some money to sign some of these free agents. The latest free agent that we're talking about is DeAndre Hopkins. We'll see what happens with him. But yeah, they did some things. We're gonna see what else they do. It's still not enough moves yet for my liking. We need to make some more moves, and we have to make sure our draft is on point. But this is a pretty good start to have another quarterback in the room. We improved our quarterback room. Oh, also signing Carson Wentz, that's another big move. I'm not saying for him to be the quarterback 1, but for him to be quarterback 3, I think that's a good quarterback 3. You can do a lot worse than Carson Wentz being your quarterback 3. Let's keep it real. And that's the one thing about this season. We had to make sure that we're on top of things when it comes to the quarterback position, especially what happened last year when you had an undrafted free agent in Max Brosman. And I'm not blaming Max Brosman for why the Minnesota Vikings didn't do as good as they could have done, but I blame it more on just it's just a sucky season. Offensively, it was just terrible. Everybody got hurt. And I'm gonna leave it there. And the offense was just absolutely horrible because of the play calling. It was injuries and it was play calling. And I'm sticking to it. I'm cheering. I'm hoping for Kevin O'Connell to be the coach that I feel like he can be. But at the same time, I have to see it to believe it. And I'm gonna talk about
it. That talk.
Now let's talk. All right. So my boy said the Vikings are the kings of the North. I know that's right. Let's go to the bowl to that, bro. Let's go to the bowl for that. Kyler is going to do much better than what we had last year. Oh, yeah. If he stays healthy, I can see Kyler Murray doing excellent with us. They reconstructed TJ. Oh, yeah, TJ and Aaron Jones. That's another one. Aaron Jones and TJ. Aaron Jones specifically because the first news that came out about Aaron Jones was they were going to let him go. And then he took a little bit of a pay cut and he wanted to stay with the Vikings. And I love it. I like Aaron Jones. I think Aaron Jones is a solid / good running back. He just needs to be healthy, but that's the whole dang on offense. We just need to be healthy. And I understand he's a little bit up there, but I still feel like he was doing his thing last year. If it wasn't like if we would have called his number a lot more, he would have had better yards per carry. That's my opinion. He would have had more rushing yards. That's just my opinion. And also he'll have more receiving yards if his number was called. It wasn't because just because of his injuries why his production was kind of down. The whole offense was down. We was ranked 29th overall. Just don't forget about that. It was the whole offense, not just Aaron Jones. It was more because we didn't run the freaking ball. We didn't run the ball. That's really why the production of Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones wasn't as good as it could have been. If we would have ran the ball, it would have been so much better. Wentz is going to be quarterback 2. Listen, I'm hearing that. We going to have to see. And if he is quarterback 2, this is how I feel about that. They need to just trade. They just need to trade J.J. McCarthy. They gave up on him. Just call it like you see it. We going to call it like we see it as Viking fans. They gave up on J.J. McCarthy. If Carson Wentz came in and he is the quarterback 2 and he's not quarterback 3, they gave up on J.J. McCarthy. There's no if buts about it. And listen, it's not me saying it. For the people that be like, Mike, why are you giving up on JJ? It's not me, y'all. It's the organization. I told y'all before the season ended, Kevin O'Connell doesn't rock with JJ McCarthy. I don't care if he was a big part of the whole drafting him and all that. I don't matter. People change their mind all the time. Now, I feel like it might be a mistake if they give up on him, but ain't nothing I can do. I'm just going to report on what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing. And the rumor has it that they're looking for a trade. That's just what I'm hearing. Maybe not. Some people are saying that. Yup, you're right, though. You ain't lying. Bad offensive line play early in the year. Yup. By the Vikings last year. Yup. Aaron Jones is a great pass. Yes, he is amazing, Ryan. Thank you for this comment. They need to utilize him in the pass game. They don't. And that's on Kevin O'Connell. He's elite at catching the ball. Facts. Now, let's get to some other key additions, right? Because I talked about the mighty Minnesota Vikings. Y'all know how I feel about the Vikings. I'm a Viking fan. I bleed purple. Die-hard Minnesota Viking fan from Pennsylvania. Is Philly everything besides football. Y'all know the vibes over here. Die-hard Minnesota Viking fan. I go live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button because we are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Now let's get to the Detroit Lions. Key additions include running back Isaiah Pacheco, offensive lineman Cade Mays, and Larry Burrow, defensive back Christian Ezian. If I jacked his name up, my bad. And tight end Tyler Conklin. They also added quarterback. Hold the freak up! Hold up! Did they add Teddy Bridgewater? I gotta look it up for myself. Hold on, because I'm not just gonna go by that. Hold on. Did the Lions sign Teddy? They better not have. I gotta make a video about this. No, they didn't, bro. They better not. All right, so Teddy Bridgewater originally signed with the Detroit Lions on back up. No. Hold on. No, he's not with the Lions. Why are they saying he signed with the Lions? Hold on now. Hold on. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Maybe I read that wrong. I'm about to say, I don't think he signed with the dang old Lions. Help me out in the chat. Did Teddy Bridgewater signed with the Detroit Lions? I read it. See, this is why you got to really look up stuff. Google don't be knowing what they talking about. I hope I'm wrong about that. Shout out to everybody in the building. Salute to everybody. Murray has to shift more into a pocket passer. He already doesn't like to run anymore. Plus, he gets hurt when he does. Kevin isn't mobile quarterback play caller anyways. Yeah, we'll see what happens because I always say this, Mike. You know how I feel. I don't care what he did with the other teams. I get a little bit of information. I want to know what he does with us because I always bring up, and I'm not trying to bring up Sam Darnold. I ain't trying to bring up Sam Darnold, but I have to for this moment. I know they're two different quarterbacks. I know Sam Darnold is more of a pocket passer. I get it. My reason of bringing up Sam Darnold is because I made a mistake. When we signed Sam Darnold, like right off the bat, I said, this is the worst. Why would you sign him? Just start J.J. McCarthy. Why waste your time on Sam Darnold? That's prior to J.J. McCarthy tearing his meniscus against the Raiders in the preseason game. Listen, I didn't know. And I admit that I was wrong about Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold turned out to be amazing for the Vikings. So I'm going to wait and see what Kyler Murray will do with the Vikings. Not Teddy Two Gloves. I know, right? I hope they didn't sign Teddy Two Gloves. What up, my guy? What's up, my guy? I didn't see anything about Bridgewater. Yeah, I don't know why Google said that, bro. Google, you're messing up, bro. You're messing up. You're giving me wrong information, bro. You're giving me wrong information, Google. I'm calling Google out for that. I'm calling Google out. It clearly says they also added quarterback Teddy Bridgewater, and I'm going to hit you with the stop the cap. Hold on. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Really? Stop.
We ain't doing all that, brother. We ain't doing that. All right, let's get to the Green Bay Packers. And by the way, one more thing about the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions still have a very good team. I know they weren't the best last year. They're going to be better next year. And I'm not saying I'm scared because we ain't scared of none of these teams. As a Viking fan, we ain't never scared. We ain't never scared, huh? We ain't never scared. We ain't never scared, huh? We ain't never scared. We ain't scared of none of these teams, right? But I will admit they still have very, very good talent. And Isaiah Pacheco replaced Montgomery, right? I forgot what team he got traded to, or was he a free agent and signed with? So I don't know, but I know Isaiah Pacheco is going to replace him. But let's get to the Green Bay Packers. And another thing with the Green Bay Packers, they got to stay healthy, right? That's the number one thing for every team in this division. That's the number one thing for every team in the NFL. Like, let's keep it real. Let's talk that talk. Like, every team has to stay healthy, which we know that doesn't happen. There's always major injuries every single season. It's just about you drafting, and it's about free agency and what your GM and coach can do to overcome those injuries. Now, Green Bay Packers, they strengthened their defense in receiving core with defensive tackle Hargrave. I'm not hating on Hargrave. I'm going to just not really speak on it too much. Besides this, Hargrave, I'm letting you know this right now. You went to our division rivals. You could have went to any team in the NFL. You choose the biggest rival of the Minnesota Vikings. Respectfully speaking, when the Minnesota Vikings go to Green Bay, we're going to beat the brakes off of them. When the Packers come to Minneapolis, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. And I say that respectfully. You know what I'm saying? I say that respectfully. Now, hold on. What else he do? Linebacker Zaire Franklin via trade and cornerback Benjamin St. Justy, or I jacked his name up, my bad, and wide receiver Sky Moore. Some of the additions for the Packers. Now, let's get to the NFC North champs of last season, the Chicago Bears. All right, so what did they do? I don't see really anything they did. My bad. I got to do some more research on what the Bears did. But the Bears definitely, I don't want to say shocked the whole NFL, but I'll say this, man. Listen, you're going to have to play them. You're going to have to really bring your A game. We could have swept them, to be honest with you. We could have swept them last year. Let me keep it real. Because I'm not going to give them too much respect, but I'll give respect when respect is due. I'll say this. They definitely improved, and they're definitely a team that you're going to have to bring your A game to beat. They have one of the best offenses pretty much the whole entire season, and Caleb Williams definitely is a franchise quarterback, and he showed a lot of promise last season. And his rookie season to his second season in the NFL, one of the best young quarterbacks in the game. And I got a lot of respect for Caleb Williams, and I got a lot of respect for their coach and staff, specifically their head coach, Ben Johnson. But at the same time, we could have swept them. It is what it is. That's how I feel, and that's how I'm calling it, and that's what's going to happen. When we play them, we sweeping them. We sweeping them. We sweeping the Bears, bro. We're sweeping the Bears, bro. It is what it is, baby. It is what it is. We sweeping the Bears. Yeah, we should have swept them. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Shout out to my guy. BLK's in the building. Ryan's in the building. Mike's in the building. Fury's in the building. You aren't doing anything. Sorry to say that respectfully. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. You can say that, bro. There's nothing, no words can help your Green Bay Packers because your words can't help them do their thing on that football field. What I will say is this, my guy. When we go against your Packers and you think Hargrave is your defensive lineman savior, watch we do it. We're going to run right. Listen, we're going to run right towards him. Like wherever he's at, he's a defensive tackle. He's going to be in the middle of the defensive line. We're going to run up the middle the whole entire time. Shout out to everybody that's a Viking fan that knows what I'm talking about. We know what he's about. We ain't worrying about Hargrave like that. He all right. Yeah, we ain't worrying about that. We ain't worrying about ball like that. Let's go to the bowl, baby. Yeah. Let me get to the comments. According to Detroit News, as of March 10th, the plan is for him to come back another year. Don't think anything is in stone yet, though. I don't know, bruh. I better not see Teddy Bridgewater with the Lions. I better not see Teddy Bridgewater with the Lions. That's all I got to say, bro. That's all I got to say, bro. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Boy, where are you wrong about Darnold? Yes, I was wrong about Darnold. Listen, that's the what, and Mike and everybody that's on this channel has been subscribed to this channel for a minute. By the way, everybody in the building, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. And yeah. We're also going live for primetime games as well. Salute to everybody in the building. God bless everybody in the building. And yeah. All right, so where were you wrong about Darnold? Murray is going to have a resurgent season. Let's go. He's playing to get a bag next year. The Vikings have playmakers all over the place. Murray is going to shine in 2026. Talk that talk. I love it, baby. Hey, shout out to my guy, bro. Shout out to my guy, bro. He said, respectfully speaking, you're for real. Oh man. All right, let me get to the comments. All right, you could have swept the Bears, but they could have swept you too, and they're better this year with experience under their belt. Mike, stop the cap, bro.
Stop.
Nah, bro.
The cap.
We beat them in Chicago.
Stop.
We beat them in Chicago week 1, bro. And when we played them again, bro, you know how bad our offense was. Our offense sucked. Let's just keep it real. Hey, listen, man. We're not going to sugarcoat this. We're not going to make things up. We know our offense was hurt, banged up, whatever. But the bottom line to it, it sucked last year. It was horrible. And we're going to keep it real. We can't be that dang on bad. Our offense cannot get worse than that. That was the worst offense I've probably ever seen being a Viking fan. I've been a Viking fan for over 20 years. That's the worst I have ever seen the offense look, bro. It was brutal. You know, I used to complain about Mike Zimmer's offense. It was worse than that. It was worse than Mike Zimmer's offense. And Mike Zimmer's offense was hard to watch. I'm keeping it real, y'all. I ain't trying to be funny over here. I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. It was bad. That offense was horrible. People don't want to admit it was horrible. If it wasn't for our defense, like my homie in the chat, my homie, I think I was on TikTok. By the way, shout out to all the people on TikTok. Make sure y'all go check out my TikTok, Mike Sports Vibes. And I have a Facebook page too, y'all. Mike Sports Vibes as well. All right, so yeah, man, it's crazy. You could have, yeah, we gonna sweep them, bro. The Bears ain't, yeah, they are going to have a tough time. 26 schedule. Look at their schedule. They are not, yeah, bro. We ain't worrying about what they got going on, bro. Let's keep it real, bro. I ain't worrying about what they got going on. Y'all barely won the first game. And no, it ain't about barely, bro. We won, bro. Hey, listen, we went. Hey, listen, Chi-Town. Shout out to you, bro. Salute to you. But I want you to keep that same energy, right? Keep that same energy when we play y'all again this season in 2026. Let me be more specific. In the 2026 NFL season, the Vikings will be the kings of the NFC North division. And when we see y'all, keep that same energy. We're beating the brakes off of y'all. Chicago Bears, we're sweeping y'all. Y'all getting swept. We sweeping the Lions. We going 1-1 against the Packers. Hey, listen, bro. Y'all going down, baby. Baby. Ready to let it go. Now. Now. Y'all know the vibes, man. Hargrave chose Green Bay because of his son. Oh, he did? Shout out to everybody in the building. I know the vibes. Hey, listen. Whatever Bears fan. Yeah, man, Bear fans don't know. Yeah, man, I respect what they got to say, but at the end of the day, hey, them words ain't going to save them when we play. When the Vikings go against the Bears, we're beating the brakes off of them. When the Vikings go against the Lions, we're beating the brakes off of them. When the Vikings go against the Packers in the NFC North Division in the 2026 NFL season, we are beating the brakes off of them. I said it, I meant it, and we're going to speak it into existence. We're going to speak it into existence, y'all. You can say what you want about, oh, the Vikings didn't even get to the playoffs last season. They not even that good. Who's your quarterback? Kyler Murray. That's your savior at quarterback. He ain't do nothing with the Cardinals. He ain't do this, doing that, doing this and the third. Hey, listen, he on a whole nother team, a whole new scenery, a whole new coaching staff. And I'm feeling like he going to have the best wide receiver he has ever had play, that he has ever thrown the ball to. You know what I mean? Is that true? I don't know. I gotta look at all his wide receivers. I don't know. Let me take that back, because if he did throw to Larry Fitzgerald, I don't think he threw to Larry Fitzgerald, so I'm not gonna say. I don't know. I got to do my research on that. But he's one of the best wide receivers he has thrown the ball to in Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison's a very good number 2 wide receiver. So I just say that. But what I will say is this: this organization, in my honest opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm not hating on the Cardinals organization. It's a better ran organization. That's just my opinion. It's a better ran organization. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You beat them at first, worst though, and beat you, then you still played bad. This year should be some fight. Hopefully, like it's too healthy. Hatred between. Yeah, I love it. I love it though. I love it though, bro. Like, I love the fact that, like, the Bears and Vikings rivalry starting to get a little bit better, man. Like, I remember when it was I know you know this, Mike, but like a linebacker, what's his name? Brian Urlacher, man. Y'all remember how good Brian Urlacher was, man? That's the one Bear player that is so great, right? That I honestly liked. I was actually a fan of Brian Urlacher. Even though I'm a Viking fan, that's the one player on the Bears that I always had so much respect for. Brian Urlacher always seemed like he always made a play. I didn't like him making plays against my team, but he's one of them guys, man. Like, the rivalry back then, I think, was pretty good. But now starting to, come back. I think the rivalry between the Bears and Vikings might be a little bit better than the Packers and Vikings right now. Maybe I'm tripping when I say that. But, like, who would you think is a bigger rival? Like, if you talk about history, of course it's the Packers. But right now, I think it's the Bears. Maybe I'm tripping though. If not for the kickoff return at the end of the game, Minnesota would swept them. Yeah, talk that talk. Yeah, we talking that talk and walking that walk, bro. We ain't worrying about nothing they talking about. Bears talk. Yeah, Travis, what's good with you? Salute to my guy in the building, bro. Yeah, we talking. The Vikings are going to be a much different team in 2026. We are going to beat the Bears down. The Bears are going the back of the cellar. Yeah, watch. Their schedule is most difficult in the NFL in 2026. Yeah, let it be difficult so we can beat the brakes off them when it matters. You know the vibes. And their quarterback paint. Yeah, I listen. I know that, bro. Hey, Travis, let's keep it real. He might do that, but I ain't gonna sit here and cap. Hey, listen, I don't care if he does it on my team. If he was the Vikings, I'm just gonna speak. I'm giving you my opinion. If Caleb Williams was our quarterback and he was doing that to his nails, I wouldn't even care. As long as you can play like he played last year, bro, I'm fine with it. Do what the heck you want. As long as you big time, when in big time moments, and make big time plays throughout the season. What he did last season was amazing. He won his first playoff game last season. The Bears were one of the best offenses in the game last season. And I'm just being honest, as a Viking fan, he could do whatever he wants, as long as it's legal. Let me put that out there. He could do whatever he wants, as long as it's legal. I'm talking about Caleb Williams. As long as you play good on the football field, that's all I care about. Just as long as it's legal, I don't even care, bro, what he does in his personal life. You feel me? I don't even care. Do what you want. I don't know. No GM. Oh, man. Yeah, we got to figure that out. Preach them. Yeah, bro. Shout out to my guy Richard in the building, man. You know those vibes. You get a just make it clap. Thunderbolt for everybody. And I got to say this real quick. I'm calling out StreamYard right now. StreamYard went up like 150%. I did not stutter when I said that. I am looking into other streaming platforms besides StreamYard. This is so random. They went up from like 170 to now they're up to $400 and something a year. It went from 170 something dollars to $400 and something a year for StreamYard. What? You can do the free package, though. You can do the free package. But I like to do other stuff. You know what I mean? And I can't even, listen, it's crazy. So I'm looking for other streaming platforms. So I know OBS, I'm looking into it. I'm looking into how to work OBS because this is some bull crap what StreamYard is doing. I like StreamYard too, but I'm not paying no $400 something a year for this platform. They good, but they ain't that dang on good. They went 150, 200%. Like, and somebody made a video and said, look out for StreamYard. They're about to go up and double or triple their price. I said, man, and I looked at the thing and said, next bill, $470. I said, oh, cancel. I'll take the free package. But let's get back to the topics of this live stream. I just had to say that. So I'm looking into some streaming software platforms. I got to figure out what's out there. I know OBS is the most popular, so I'm looking into that. And you can like customize more stuff and gadgets and all that. So I'm going to look into that because this is some bull crap. I don't know what they got going on. I like you, StreamYard, but y'all got to work on y'all price. You're going to lose a lot of customers this way. Unless they do the free, that's cool. But I mean, but let me get to the comments. Marcus, what's good, my guy? And when the Vikings go against Pats, we beating the brakes off the Vikings. Oh, hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen.
Stop.
I love
the cat.
Yeah. I had to put you with that.
Stop.
And I also have to hit you with the nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Hey, listen.
Nah.
I love Drake May. You know, Drake May, one of my favorite quarterbacks in the game. He was definitely like my first or second choice in that 2024 NFL draft. And I really respect what Drake May has accomplished early on in his career. He's only 23 years old, got to the Super Bowl, beat some of the greatest defenses in the game right now. And I got a lot of respect for Drake May. But I will say this. I don't think Drake May going to last against our defense. I say that respectfully. Brian Flores is one of the most, his mind, like how, I don't even know how he's able to, like, look, we have a lot of good players on this team, but we don't got like the star player. We don't have I'm talking about a superstar player. Let me just be more specific. We don't have and maybe we have some up and coming players like Dallas Turner. He might be that guy. He might be a superstar, but I'm talking about like right now, there's not one player on this staff that's getting us 15 sacks. That right now, at least right now. Maybe Dallas Turner next year, maybe. But there's not one player that got us 16 sacks in a season. There's not one player that can literally do what like a Trey Hendrickson could do. Maybe Dallas can do it now. And I love Andrew Van Ginkel. I like Jonathan Grenard, but I would choose Trey Hendrickson over Jonathan Grenard. I would. I respectfully speaking. I would choose Myles Garrett over Jonathan Grenard, respectfully speaking. I would choose Danielle Hunter over Jonathan Grenard, respectfully speaking. Honestly, listen, there's a few players I would. So I'm just being honest, but how Brian Flores is able to coach this defense and they was on the field. Mike, what's the how much time was the defense on the field every game? How much more time? On average, like almost like a whole quarter because our offense was so horrible. For our defense to hold it down every single game this season, there's only like probably one or two games where you're like, oh man, this defense is not playing good. Other than that, for 15 games, they were elite. We're talking about one of the best defenses in the game. They finished third overall. And the reason why, the biggest reason why, is that coach named Brian Flores, which deserves a coaching job probably next season. But before he gets that coaching job, I want him to get us I want him to be one of the biggest reasons why we get a Super Bowl. So stay as long as you can. All right, so Kyler Murray about to get a rank. Hey, listen! Let's go, Vikings. Can I get some skulls in the chat, y'all? Can I get some skulls in the chat on this wonderful Sunday? Can I get some skulls in the chat? This comment right here made my day, man. This is one of the best comments that I have seen. By the way, I got to make another announcement. I'm going to, depending on what's going on in these next few days, I got some personal stuff going on. I'm not going to get into real detail, but I will say that I'm going to a funeral tomorrow. So in these next few days, I'm not sure how many videos I will be posting or going live. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up. So if I miss, if I don't go live for like 5 days, y'all know what's going on. You kind of know what's going on. All right, Kyler Murray about to get yeah. Quasi made everything worse. Yeah. Quasi. Yeah. Yeah. Love your chart. Lions rule the NFC. We gonna see. I actually gotta make a poll. I'm gonna make a poll, a community post. Who gonna be the king of the NFC North division? Is it the Lions? Is it the Bears? Is it the Packers? Who's it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He did have some. All right, never mind then. Since he had Larry Fitzgerald, I can't say nothing then. I can't put. I love Justin Jefferson, but he ain't Larry Fitzgerald yet. He gotta do a lot more to get Larry Fitzgerald level. Larry Fitzgerald got the best hands, one of the best hands in NFL history. Did he even get to the Hall of Fame yet? Like, I wonder if he got to the Hall of Fame. He probably didn't even get to the Hall of Fame yet. It's weird, bro. Like the football Hall of Fame is the weirdest. It's weird, bro. Like player that should be in right now, that should be first ballot, are not even in. It's weird. But yeah, love your chat. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Seahawks 2, I doubt it. I love to see Vikes in Lumen Field next January. Kevin O'Connell has to run the freaking ball, baby. Run the freaking ball. Kevin O'Connell has to run the ball. It's a fact, bro. Listen, you speaking that what's that one movie? Now you speaking my language. Rush Hour. When they was in the limo, the taxi, and he was like, "Come on, get." Chris Tucker was like, "Get on, come on." And they put out that money. Do you understand this? He was like, he took the money. He's like, "Now you speaking my language." Yo, he's like, now you speaking my language. He's like, get the freak on there. Y'all gotta watch Rush Hour 2 again. I love Rush Hour 2. Probably the best. When he was just let me. It's don't know how. Come on. Come on. And then when it was in the let me not talk about this movie. Let's get back to what I was saying. Stop that. I'm a Vikings, but Lions is our problem. You think you feel like that? I feel like the Lions is a good team though. You ain't lying. Lions is a good team, but at the end of the day, bro, we're gonna really if and I hate to say this, bro. Depending on what we do in the draft, I hope we can draft a center. I want to draft Jake Slaughter. And depending on if Christian Darrisaw and Brian O'Neill are healthy, and Donovan Jackson's healthy, and Will Fries is healthy, the offensive line. Let me just say the whole dang offensive line. Just to say the whole offensive line is healthy. And Kevin O'Connell calls some dang on run plays, bro. William, shout out to my bro. We're beating the break. Listen, the Lions are tough. I will not sit here and cap about the Lions. Everybody in our division is tough. Lions, Packers, and the Bears. Our whole division is tough. But I feel like our biggest problem, it's not even I feel like, the facts are the facts. Our offense was the biggest problem. If our defense could be top 10 again, and our offense can be middle of the pack, it's a wrap. We win in the division, hands down. Ain't nobody stopping us. Ain't nobody stopping the Minnesota Vikings. But I will agree, Lions are going to be tough. I will agree. If our offense wasn't pure, we would have swept them. Is a more accurate state. You can't blame one play or the loss. You can blame an entire game on. Yes, you know what? I actually do agree. Yes, that kickoff was brutal because if we would have stopped them on special teams, we would have won that game. But that's not the only play that lost us that game. There was numerous plays. Our offense was horrible the whole entire game. The offense was horrible. If we were a little bit better and got a couple of field goals, we would have won the game. We wouldn't have to worry about them with the return if we would have did a little bit more offensively throughout the whole game, because the game there's 4 quarters. If you're not scoring no points and you barely scoring in the second half, it's hard, man. Your defense can only do so much. They're going to eventually get tired. And then when the defense gives up a touchdown, they're like, oh my gosh, the defense lost us the game. Bro, what about the rest of the game? What about the rest of the game where the offense was absolutely horrible? You get what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Let me guess, Vikings winning the Super Bowl in 2027. Hey, listen, bro, Marcus, we winning everything, bro. Every single year. Every single year. I'm saying we winning the Super Bowl, bro. Just get us to the freaking playoffs. I had a live stream about 2 weeks ago, probably 2-3 weeks ago. I said, yo, can we Vikings just get to the playoffs like 5-6 times in a row? And maybe we might get lucky. Even if we barely get into the playoffs, maybe we might get lucky in going on a real run. Maybe we might get lucky and win the Super Bowl. I'll take my chances. Give me 4 or 5 consecutive times getting to the playoffs, and maybe 1 out of the 5 times we win the dang Super Bowl. But if we're only getting to the playoffs every other season or every other like 2 seasons or whatever, our chances are slim to none. It's so hard to win a Super Bowl. I understand the counter is, why do you want to just barely get to the playoffs and then lose in the first round? That's not a guarantee you're always going to lose in the first round. You might get lucky. You might get a ball might bounce your way. They might miss a game-winning field goal. They might fumble the ball. They might have an off game. Listen, I understand that this team was they had one of the best defensive lines probably in NFL history. When you're talking about the Giants back in the day when they beat the Patriots 2 times in the Super Bowl, the 2 times they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, they barely got to the playoffs. You just got to get to the playoffs and see what happens. That's my mindset now. Yes, I understand. You're never going to have a perfect roster where you're like, all right, this is the year we can win. And then you have that perfect roster and everybody gets hurt. Listen, just get to the freaking playoffs and see what happens. That's how I look at it at this point. There's no such thing. You're not going to have the perfect roster. You know what I mean? Like I said before, the Eagles got to the Super Bowl in 2017, or was it 2018, and won a Super Bowl with a backup quarterback named Nick Foles. After Nick Foles disappeared when it comes to him being a starter for another team. What did he do after winning the Super Bowl? They won with a backup. It wasn't a perfect situation for the Eagles. They just got to the playoffs, and Nick Foles and that defense in the run game did what they had to do, and they won the Super Bowl against Tom Brady. Nick Foles outplayed Tom Brady. I'm just saying, it's not going to be perfect. People be like, oh, we have to have the perfect offensive line. We have to have the perfect wide receiver core. We have to have the perfect quarterback. We have to have the perfect defensive line. We have to have the perfect corners, the perfect safeties, the perfect linebackers, the perfect this, the perfect that, the perfect coach. Man, you're not going to have the perfect anything. You just got to get to the playoffs and anything can happen. It's a 1-game elimination every game, whether they have a better roster than your team or not, because even though they have the better roster on paper, doesn't mean they're going to play better than you on that specific day. Let's go, man. Talk that talk, man.
That talk.
For real. They come ridiculously claim that should be renamed the roller back when both teams were good. Yeah, man. Yeah. Man, you know what's so crazy, man? I really wish the Vikings would have kept their stadium outside. I think that was the biggest advantage. Nobody wanted to come to Minnesota. Like Green Bay Packers Stadium is cold. Minnesota cold as crap too. We messed up our home field advantage. Everybody's comfortable. They come to Minnesota, they on vacation. They're in the dome. It's comfortable. Temperatures well. No wind. No cold. You know what I'm saying? It's like perfect temperature. Yes, it can help your players on your team because it can make things a little bit easier for your players, especially if they're older. You know, as you get older, your bones start probably hurting a little bit more in the cold. Yeah, I get it. But dang, bruh. Like, we just messed up our home field advantage, in my opinion, somewhat. That's just my opinion. Go Bears. We're going to kick off Minnesota. Yeah, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. I hope we do playoff first game of the season. I'll give Caleb that. You right, but still Yeah. The Patriots are not beating the Vikings. The Patriots had listen, Ryan, I know lucky playoffs face in the backup, but listen though, I gotta say this, Ryan, and I get it. the schedule probably was easier, right? But they're still professional teams. I don't listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it real with you, Ryan. And I know you're going. I know you're going to respect what I'm about to say. I know everybody in the chat going to respect what I'm about to say. Does it take anything away from your Super Bowl run if you win a Super Bowl? When you win the Super Bowl and you get through the playoffs and you win the Super Bowl, what they going to say? Oh, you had an easy regular season? You still had to get through the playoffs. Even though Bo Nix got hurt. Hey, listen, the Broncos defense, Drake May and that Patriots had to get through some of the best defenses in the game. Debatably the best defense in the game. And the Broncos and the Texans. Or was it, hold on, who? I'm trying to think. Who did they play in the playoffs? I can't even think who the Patriots played. But I know they had a hard schedule in the playoffs. And I'm going to be honest with you. The weather against was it the Texans or the Broncos? I want to say the Texans. No, it was the Broncos. The weather against the Broncos was brutal. And what's his name? Stidham? Was his name Stidham? Was looking good. He was looking good. And then when that weather changed, it started to get windy. It started to snow, come down. It was like a blizzard that game. Hey, listen, Drake May fall through it. That team fall through it. It's not how you get there. It's just about finishing and getting there. You know what I mean? Whether the schedule's easy, every win counts. It's not the Patriots' fault that the schedule wasn't the best, because then you got to look at it in this perspective. Nobody expected Drake May to take that big, take that big step forward as a second-year quarterback. You know, no one expected the Patriots to be that good, regardless of the schedule being easy. Like, nobody expected that. Like, I'm a big Drake May guy. I didn't know he was going to look like that. He was throwing dimes all season long. He was in the MVP conversations all season long. You know what I mean? And he played some of his, I was really impressed. And it's better to beat the bad teams than lose. Like I always say, any given Sunday, a bad team could beat a good team. Any given year, a bad team last year could mess around, be a good team the following season. I guarantee you, some of the teams that made it to the playoffs this season, guess what? They ain't making it. I guarantee you, some of the bad teams that were last season's bad teams are going to be good teams this upcoming season, and they're going to make it to the playoffs. Let's talk about the Colts. If it wasn't for Daniel Jones getting hurt, they were a bad team. And then that last season, they were one of the best teams prior to Daniel Jones getting hurt. Sauce Gardner got hurt. They just got hurt. Wrong timing. But they were a bad team. That's why I always say it's any given Sunday, any given year. We've seen bad teams beat good teams. It happens. And I ain't taking nothing away from the Patriots. You know what I mean? For a 23-year-old quarterback that played like that, I got to give him credit, man. That's coaching. That's developing. And I hope Drake May does it. I know he took an L at the Super Bowl. He's super young. I hope that doesn't make him feel like he can't, you know what I mean, get better from what he was. Because it's all about learning. He's still developing. I hope he keeps his head up high. He keeps on striving for greatness, because my gosh, man, for him to be 23 to get to a Super Bowl is crazy. You know what I mean? Detroit versus everybody. Hey, we're going to beat y'all, respectfully speaking. Shout out to you, man. Got a lot of love for you too. Richard Bennett, shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. God bless to you and your family. Thank you for all your support. Detroit is going to be worse than they were last year, but they will make the playoffs because they have a soft schedule. Yeah. I hope they give us a soft schedule. give the Vikings the softest schedule in the whole NFL. I'm happy with it. Hey, listen, I want to win a Super Bowl. I don't care. Give me a soft schedule. Give me a bad schedule. Whatever you want to call it. It could be, who's the worst team last year? Shout out to my boy Mike, but I got to put your team on blast. Let us go against the Titans every game next year. Let us go against the Titans every single game next year, and I'm cool. All the way up to the Super Bowl. Hey, listen, we winning the Super Bowl, baby. We have a home field advantage in the NFC. We winning the Super Bowl. It's guaranteed we winning. We cooking the Titans for 17 weeks straight. Cooking them. Let's go, baby. I got to go prepare the fantasy baseball draft. Shout out to you, Ryan. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate you, man. God bless to you and everything, man. Thank you for being on the channel and all that. Have a wonderful day. And good luck on your draft. I actually have another YouTube channel. If y'all interested, I got another channel called Mike Sports Vibes 2. I changed it to 2, not balling. Mike Sports Vibes 2, and I cover the Phillies and the Sixers on that channel. So if you're interested, go check out that channel, Mike Sports Vibes 2. Shay, seriously, people play fantasy. Yes, baseball is this. Can I be honest with you? The biggest sport in the world is soccer, right? The second biggest sport in the world is probably baseball or basketball, one of the two. I think I'm leaning towards baseball. I don't know. That's tough. Hockey's, I don't think hockey's bigger than internationally bigger than basketball or baseball. That's just my opinion. I don't think hockey's bigger, but hockey is big, but it isn't as big. It's definitely not bigger than soccer, and I don't think it's bigger than basketball or baseball. That's just my opinion. But those are the 4 biggest sports, though. But soccer is the biggest sport in the whole entire world as a whole. But for America, we know football. We talk American football. Let me be more specific. NFL, National Football League, is the biggest sport in America. And I'm not sure what's second in America. Maybe baseball or basketball, then hockey, one of the two. I focus on. Oh, matter of fact, let me put my link. I'm gonna put the link in the comments real quick for people that are into baseball. I'm going to be putting the link for My Sports Vibes 2 if you are interested, because we're going to be going live for baseball games. I'm going to put it in the chat now. So this is my other YouTube channel. If you can, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to my first 800 subscribers. It's taking me forever to get there, but it is what it is. One thing about your boy is I'm going to be legit about it. I don't be trying to do all the weird stuff and try to purchase stuff to get stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do it the legit way. And however long it takes me to get there, that's how long it's going to take me to get there. But that's my YouTube channel for my basketball and my baseball channel, which I will be going live a lot more on that channel, especially when baseball season officially starts. The Phillies will win everything, just to let y'all know. All right, so Skull, baby, Skull, Shannon, Skull, Wayne. Shout out to you. Hold on. He said, I focus on the NFC, guessing the dark horse teams. Now Vice, Carolina, DC, Atlanta. Yeah, you know what? I think Carolina is definitely going to be a team that's going to definitely show off next season. I think they're going to really do their thing. You forgot who Brian Fleur came from. He run the same defense. We run 3-4 zone blitz. Seeing crazy thing is he was one of the reasons y'all lost because he blitzed too much. If he does, yes, he don't blitz, y'all doomed. That's the thing. That's why we want to. This is why we need to get a pass rusher that can constantly get double teamed and open up, and hopefully our defensive line can get to the quarterback without having to blitz so much. So I do agree. But the thing about it, even with all that, our defense was number 3 in the whole entire NFL. If it wasn't for our offense being so horrible, it could have probably been number 1. I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, if our defense was lights out last year. Lights out. Love to see Vikings sign DeAndre Hopkins. Yes. Talk that talk. Talking about that. Thank you for bringing that up. I made a short already about DeAndre Hopkins potentially coming to the Minnesota Vikings. All right, so let's talk about TMZ spoke with DeAndre Hopkins. And this is what DeAndre Hopkins said, and I quote, "If Kyler need me, he know I'm there. If the Vikings need me, they know I'll be there. I think Kyler fits," and this is what he said, "I think Kyler fits in perfect there. One of the best accurate quarterbacks in the game, and his stats show that." And when you talk about DeAndre Hopkins, for him to be on the Vikings, I know he's 33 years old, which is not old. He's just been battling through some injuries. One of his best seasons of his career was in 2020, which Kyler Murray was throwing to him in 2020. And that was one of the Kyler Murray's best years as well. So DeAndre Hopkins had 115 catches from Kyler Murray, and he had 1,407 receiving yards, 12.2 on average per catch, and he also had 6 touchdowns. So that's simply amazing right there. And then when you talk about his longest, I guess catch was, oh my gosh, 60-yard catch, amazing. And then when you go to Kyler Murray's stats in 2020, right? Also pretty darn good, man. One of his best seasons of his career. So in 2020, Kyler Murray threw 67.2 completion percentage. He threw for I was about to say 900, 3,971 passing yards. He threw 26 touchdowns, 12 INTs. When you talk about his rushing, he had 819 rushing yards, 6.2 on average per run. He had 11 rushing touchdowns. Oh my goodness, 133 carries. Now, I just want him to be healthy. If Kyler Murray can stay healthy, I'm not expecting him to have 800 rushing yards. I'm not expecting him to have 11 rushing touchdowns. But if you look at these statistics, bro, in 2020, bro, Kyler Murray, I'm going to just say that was his best season of his career. That was his best season of his career. That is amazing. That's 37 touchdowns altogether when you talk about rushing and passing touchdowns. That is simply amazing. He did fumble 5 times, but he did not lose any fumbles in 2020. I'm not expecting Kyler Murray to be like that when it comes to rushing. I do expect him to be elusive and do his thing with his legs. I just want the man to, when he gets into too much trouble, throw the ball away. And please, I hope he knows how to slide. I got to watch his highlights when it comes to sliding. Just don't take unnecessary hits. We're trying to make sure all our quarterbacks are healthy next season. We cannot go through what we went through last season. We cannot go through it. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. And we're also going live for primetime games as well. So if you feeling the vibes, we are going live. This is not me making this up. You can look at my live streams and look at every single week last year besides week 2, because I was in Minnesota last. I'm from Pennsylvania. I'm Philly, everything besides NFL football, because of the greatest wide receiver of all time, in my opinion. And his name is Randy Moss, number 84. But yeah, besides week 2, I was live for every single game. And I'm not going to sit here and cap. Some of the games were brutal. And it wasn't because of I don't enjoy football. It was brutal because the offense was that dang on horrible. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I'm not going to sit here and make this thing, make it sound like, listen, some of the times watching these play-by-plays, I wasn't even frustrated at how bad the offense looked. I was laughing at some points of some games, because I was like, yo, this is so laughable, because it's just like, how do you have Justin Jefferson? And yes, Justin Jefferson was dropping some passes last year. How do you have Jordan Addison? And yes, Jordan Addison was dropping passes last year. How do you have TJ Hawkinson? Yes, he was dropping passes last year. Speedy Naylor, yes, he was dropping passes last year. Offensive line was banged up. But regardless of all that, how do you struggle that bad? You struggled that bad last season offensively. And like my bull Mike said, one of the play, it was a 4th and inches, bro. And our offensive line's banged up. It was with Max Brosmer against the dang on Seahawks. And this man had the nerve, Kevin O'Connor. I'm cheering for the brother, but this man had the nerve to call a play action pass. I think he was booting to the right and threw a dang on interception. As soon as he hiked the ball, there was pressure. As soon as he hiked the ball, there was pressure in his face, and he threw an interception. But it's not just any interception. It was a pick freaking 6, baby. It was a pick 6, y'all. Can you believe it? Like, it was so bad, bro. It was almost as if it was scripted on how bad that was. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible. I can't forget that play. I gotta find that play on one of my live streams. I probably can't now because StreamYard is weird, so I gotta find a new streaming platform. Flores is the reason Vikings are still contenders. Shut the Seahawks down. Screw the Bears. You got to beat the in Seattle to get the big boy league. Yeah. Yeah, Rams are a team that we have trouble beating, I will admit. Yup, and Seahawks. Hey, it's Darnold. I think we can get slaughtered. Oh, listen, 33 reason. Let me say this real quick. Y'all. I want Slaughter. I don't know if they'll draft him in the second round, but we better go get a center in this draft. Like there's no excuses. Unless we sign a center in free agency, there's no excuses. We better get a center. We better draft a center. When's the last time the Vikings had a Pro Bowl center, bro? It's been way too long. When's the last time we drafted a Pro Bowl center? It's been way too long, bro. My favorite center, y'all know, and that's why you probably saying it. 33 reason you get slaughtered, my guy, in the second round. I would try to listen. I'm not saying don't go that route, but I think you can get him in the third round, possibly. He's gonna be a high third round, possibly. Hold on, let me read the rest of this comment. Round 2, Turl, and Hill Jr. or Love or Denzel. Oh, I love Denzel Boston. I think you put me on Denzel Boston. The problem with Denzel Boston is you're not getting him. You got to get him in. Oh, round 1 and round 3. The only problem with Denzel Boston is the Vikings. I don't think are going wide receiver in the first round. They're not going. And Denzel Boston is a first round pick. Now, say he dropped to the second round, I'll draft him in the second round. I'll take. It's a good problem to have. You have a lot of wide receiver talent, and say you don't draft, and say you don't sign DeAndre Hopkins, Denzel Boston. I would absolutely love him to be wide receiver 3. That man got hands. I love Denzel Boston. Like, absolutely love that man. Like, if he can, as a player, absolutely love his game. Love his game. I'm a Viking fan. How do we feel about the Kyler Murray signing? I absolutely love it. It took me a little while to warm up to it, but I already knew they was gonna go get a quarterback. I just didn't know who. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody that's in the building. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. We're also going live for primetime games. Now, when it comes to like the quarterback that I wanted the Vikings to go after initially, like I want them to go after Mac Jones. Don't act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed but the fame. I'ma stay the same. I'm Mac Jones. You know the vibes. You know what I mean? I'm excited because I feel like, I'm a Viking fan. Like, listen, as a team, I just want what's best for the team. Whatever they think is best for the team, it might not always be the best for the team, but I'm going to go with their decision. If they feel like Kyler Murray is the guy and he can get us our first Super Bowl or get us to the playoffs and we make a run, hey, listen, I don't care, bro. I don't care who's the starting quarterback. Get us a dang Super Bowl. Like I said, the Eagles won their first Super Bowl with Nick Foles. The Eagles won their first Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Now, I don't care. Get us a Super Bowl. The Vikings been to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost all 4 times, and I'm tired of losing. Go get me a dang Super Bowl. I don't care who the head coach is. I don't care who the linebackers are. I don't care who the defensive tackles, the wide receivers. As long as they're good enough, as long as they're the best players for the job, that's all that matters. And we go get a Super Bowl. That's all I care about. Shout out to Daniel in the building. What up, my guy? Salute to my guy, Daniel. Kyler Murray would be a X factor in my opinion, and I think you're 100% right, bro. We're going to definitely see, though. Health is the biggest thing, though, right now. If your defense is deep, not on the field for a 40 of 60 minutes, I'll put my heart on. Hey, listen. If our defense can get some more rest, it'll be even better. Bro. Our defense be on the field all the time, bro, because our offense be going 3 and out. and we don't run the ball. So what does the run do for your defense? The time starts going and they get more rest. And that's how I look at it, right? If you could run the ball successfully, like the Vikings did last season, they averaged 4.2 a carry. And for some strange reason, what happened? We didn't run the ball. Why? You have to ask Kevin O'Connell that reason. I can't tell you that information. I can't even give that to you. I can't even tell you why. Have no clue. Have no clue. Nick Foles is good backup. Yeah, Nick Foles is probably one of the greatest backups I have ever seen, bro. For him to be able to go to do what he did, get past the Vikings in the NFC Championship game, and that Vikings defense with Eric Kendricks and Danielle Hunter and Griffin and Barr and the list goes on. That was a good defense, bro. Harrison Smith in his prime. For them to be able to get past that and then go to the Super Bowl and beat Tom Brady head to head, Nick Foles, man. But my whole thing is this. That's why I be trying to tell people I don't even care if we barely get to the playoffs. Of course, I will want the number 1 seed. But like teams be barely getting to the playoffs and they be winning Super Bowls. I just want to get to I'm gonna say it again. Get us to the playoffs 4, 5 straight times in a row. And maybe 1 out of the 5 times we will go to the Super Bowl. Just can we have some consistency at getting to the playoffs? Can it not be every other 2 years or whatever, like every other year? Like, no, let's get to the Super Bowl every year for the next 5 years and see what happens. Nick, yeah, he was that bull. Yeah, hit the like button. Shout out to my guy, Break Forever. Salute to my guy. Salute to my guy. Yes, hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, big thing. I love when you say share. If you know any Viking fans that like good vibes, good energy, or just football fans in general that likes good vibes, good energy, we are going live for every game. It's going to be lit, and we're going live for the NFL draft as well. Getting rid of outside is boring for football. Snow games is playoff football. Yeah, bro. Like I'm not feeling that, Mike. Like they messed me up with that, bro. Like I ain't gonna sit here and cap, man. The stadium is beautiful. Like I've been there last season. The stadium is absolutely beautiful. Like it's amazing. But I don't care for it being beautiful. I just want to win. I want to win no matter what. I can never get enough. I just want to win, bro. Like, that's all. That's all I want to. I just want to win. I just want to win. I'm a Viking fan that never witnessed a Super Bowl, bro. You know what I mean? I just want to win. I don't care. I just want to win. I'm a Viking fan. How do we feel about? I read that comment. 5 missed field goals in January playoff game. Yup. It happens, bro. They had to run through a best defense Texans Broncos, and then the Seahawks. Facts, bro. Facts. Rose of Minnesota Tundra Classic University State. Yeah. Years ago, 20 below. Exactly. They messed up the home field advantage, bro. Like it's too comfortable. Teams come in, they're like, oh, it's nice temperature. The stadium is amazing. It's a beautiful stadium, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and cat, but they messed up, bro. They went for I want to be comfortable more than we want that home field advantage. Nobody wanted to come see the Minnesota Vikings back in the day. Coming to Minnesota, it's like going to Green Bay, bro. Probably debatably worse, bro. Come on, bro. They tripping. They should have kept it the open stadium. Let the weather hit us. Let the snow hit us. That's what makes it fun. Fans are going to appreciate it at the end of the day. We're going to just make sure we dress appropriately. Make sure you wear thermals. Make sure you wear the hoodies and the jacket. Make sure you're nice and toasty. You know what I mean? They messed up with that. Jordan Love, 6 seasons, $50 million a year, and 1 playoff win. Caleb, 2 seasons, rookie contract, and 1 playoff win. Wow. Kyler, 7 seasons, 0 playoff wins. Golf, $60 million a year, 10 seasons, 5 playoff wins. Yep. Yep. Ryan, he still had to play top 5 defense in the. Yeah. Yeah, it was different. It was different. Like the defense that he was going against was good. But let's not call nobody out their names, y'all. I understand y'all might disagree. Let's just, you know what I mean? It's okay to agree to disagree. You heard it here first. Mike Spurs first says that Tennessee Titans are going to be good this year. Hey, listen, bro. If it happens, it happens, bro. If it happens, it happens, bro. I hope they do good for y'all, for you, bro. For just because of you. That's the only reason why. You know what I mean? I did have a battle when I was in the military that was a Titans fan. So him and you. The only reason why I will hope they do all right. But y'all in a tough conference, and y'all need to make sure y'all can establish the run game and make sure y'all have some outside weapons for your young quarterback, and hopefully your defense is better. You got a lot to work with. You got a lot of money to work with, but I don't know if it's going. We'll see what happens. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for that, bro. Golf is 32 with a weak arm and cement feet. 5-year rule. Time is up hysterically. No NFL head coach quarterback duo won the Super Bowl together after 5 seasons. All right, listen. Listen. I actually think Jared Goff is decent. The thing about Jared Goff, though, Slim, and this is just my opinion, right? They have to make sure they establish that run game with him. Like, and I said this, and y'all heard me say this probably plenty of times. I think Jared Goff is one of the best quarterbacks playing off the run game, meaning play action. He will play action your defense to smithereens. Your defense ain't gonna last. If Gibbs is going off and you can't stop Gibbs, you're not stopping the Lions offense. Period. It just is what it is. And I'm saying that as a Viking fan. I'm keeping it real. If you can't stop Gibbs, you're getting cooked. You're getting fried. You're getting overly baked. There's nothing you can do if you don't stop Gibbs. But if you stop Gibbs, and this is where I love what you said in your comment, if you stop Gibbs and you take away the run game away from Jared Goff, he's an average, below average quarterback. He's above average quarterback when the run game is going. He can play off that play action. I love Jared Goff playing off that play action. But if you stop and you make the Lions one-dimensional, hey, listen, this is just my opinion. I ain't hating on the Lions. I'm just being honest. Coming from a Viking fan. You can take it or leave it. I just feel like Jared Goff isn't the same without a run game. That's any quarterback probably, but specifically him, I'm talking about. Like, he's amazing when it comes to play action, in my honest opinion. Like, he be cooking. He be chefing up. He's the executive chef on that football field when that run game is cooking. You know what I mean? But if you stop they run game, Gibbs and whoever else their running backs are, I don't know who their running backs are. It's not Montgomery no more, so it's Gibbs and whoever else it is. You stop their run game, you got an honest chance of beating the Lions. But they do have a pretty good defensive line. I love their defensive line. I'm a Vikings. Hold on. Did you ask me that question again? I'm not really sure if you did that or I missed your comment. Yeah, but I love Kyler. I think Kyler Murray will be good with the Minnesota Vikings. My others is looking to give up number to pick a sense of losing, and then you want to trade away your pick for what? Yeah, true. So yeah, I don't agree with the narrative of weak schedule. You still have to play the schedule. You know what I mean? And I always say the teams that are bad can mess around, be good next season. I always say that. I always say it's not just about any given Sunday, it's any given season. You feel me? Kyler Murray has a defense now that will put him in a great field. Yes, I love this comment. Facts, bro. Facts, bro. Yeah, hit the like button, y'all. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Every year is different. Past won 8 games in 2 seasons before. Yes. Turnaround Seattle was predicted to win. Yes. You never know, but everyone is an exactly. I look at it like this, bro. This is how I feel, bro. Like, from this point on, when I think about football, any given year, any given Sunday. I don't care if the team is 0-16. I don't care if my team is 16-0. I'm not guaranteeing that's going to be a dub. Will I be mad if we lose to a 0-16 team and I know my team is 16-0? I'm going to just say y'all play down to y'all competition. But at the end of the day, they're still professionals. They're still fighting for their jobs. At the end of the day, they might have your number for that day. That's why I be trying to tell people the playoffs is a whole nother season. Hey, listen, that one day, you might have the best offense in the regular season. You might have the best defense in the regular season. You go to the playoffs and you get cooked in week one. Not week one, in the first game in the playoffs. It happens, bro. It definitely happens. Golf first in touchdowns, 101 last 3 years, second in passing yards last 3 years. Yeah. I think Golf is he's amazing off that when the run game is working. We'll see what happens next year. I don't think he's as bad as what people think he is. I think he's better than what people think. I think the Lions just got to be healthy. And if Gibbs is healthy and they establish the run, the Lions could be one of the best teams again in the NFL. And that's just coming from a Viking fan opinion, Drake May was dependent on the throw football in college. All of his peers led their offenses throwing. JJ was dragged into no-win situation. You know what's so crazy? Let's keep it real, right? Let's keep it real. I agree with everything you said, bro. But it's just like they drafted him. They should have known, bro. They should have known. Like they need to put him in the right position to be successful. Even if he wasn't a guy that was dropping back and throwing it in the pocket 50 million times, they should have tried to run the ball. That's on Kevin O'Connell. He put JJ McCarthy in a bad situation, bro. I know. I'm not trying to give excuses for JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy has some good moments. He has some bad moments. But for his first season, I think the biggest thing for JJ McCarthy was his injuries. His injuries held him back more than anything. But a second thing that held him back was the play calling, meaning they didn't help him out running the ball. And I get what you're saying. This is 100% facts, bro. But at the end of the day, they needed to know what they had in quarterback. And if you know that he hasn't thrown the ball all like that in college, why would you not run the ball? Why would you not do that? That's why I have the big question mark with Kevin O'Connell, and I hope he proves me wrong. But that's my biggest question when it comes to Kevin O'Connell. You adapt to, and I said this 50 million times, I'm repeating myself. You adapt to the talent on the field, not the other way around. You adapt. That's why I love Kyle Shanahan so much. That's why I love Andy Reid so much. You know what I mean? They adapt to what they have, bro. Second biggest is cricket. Cricket? Oh, cricket. Okay. Dallas gave up 76 in fifth round pick for George Pickens. Brad Holmes gave up 32, 34, 66 for Samuel. And he had lead 12 drops, 425. Reason Lions missed playoffs. Butter hands. Yup. Golf weak arm is. I don't think he has a weak arm. I don't think he has that weak of an arm. Maybe I'm tripping, but I don't think he has that weak of an arm. They try to say Mac Jones has a weak arm. I don't even think his arm is weak. I mean, is it like a Sam Darnold arm? Is it like a Matthew Stafford arm? Is it like a Patrick Mahomes arm? Is it like a Josh Allen arm? Is it those type of quarterbacks? No, his arm ain't like that. But it's a decent arm. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. If I remember correctly, must win in December 2025 for the Lions and Vikings. Dog. Yeah, we gonna see what happens. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Slim in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Brad Holmes, Executive Year Award winner, drafted 6 All-Pro, 2 Pro. Yeah, that's crazy. In 6 years, that's crazy. Lions heartbreak. Again, this is my other YouTube channel. If you're into basketball or baseball, it's Mike Sports Vibes 2. Mike Sports Vibes 2 is my second channel. If you are into basketball and baseball, I will be going live for a lot of Phillies games, and I will be going live for some more Sixer games. Lions heartbreak of 2023. The early exit in 2024. The losing both Glenn and Ben took. Yes, you ain't lying, bro. Especially Ben. Especially Ben. Mike, I know this ain't got nothing to do with the channel, but shout out to my boys on back to back. Oh wow, yeah, they won, or is it who they play? Who they play, bro? You good, bro? That's a cool comment. That's a cool comment. I know there was a few upsets too. Fourth youngest roster with guys under 27 with at least 3 to 4 years experience. Wow. The modal not the same 2025. A lot of guys paid before the 2023 2024 playing more themselves. This team that broke the 0-6. Yeah. Yup. When you get money, man, sometimes your motivation changes. Yeah, the defense was keeping the Vikings in the game, with the pass rush facts. No modal talent. Yeah. 5-year rule time is up with golf. Y'all, you done with golf, huh? Windows is closed. 2023 heart rate time. Early exit in front of the crowd. Golf 4 turnovers. 2025 December versus Vikings must win game gets dog walk. I think depending on the quarterback situation, the Vikings can win division. Yup. Shout out to Ryan for that comment. Let me get everywhere. Make sure you tell. Oh, y'all funny, man. Do you trust Kyle? I do. I listen. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, man. You know what I mean? He a Viking now, so I'm gonna mess around and get his jersey, man. I'm gonna get his jersey. I'm gonna get Dallas Turner's jersey. I'm gonna get and you know who else I'm gonna get? I'm getting Will Riker's jersey, the field goal kicker, bro. When's the last time y'all ever got a field goal kicker's jersey? Y'all probably ain't never get a field goal kicker's jersey, have y'all? I'm gonna get Will Riker's jersey, bro. Will Riker is our field goal kicker. I'm getting his jersey, bro. Straight up. That man, one of the best field goal kickers in the game. Facts. But I like Kyler Murray, man. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to be optimistic and see what happens. You feel me? Record OC Cardinals was 15-37. Jared Goff record without Ben and McVay calling plays 12-26-1. Lions set up for back-to-back last place finishes in NFC North. Wow. Hope the Vikings can make games interesting this year. Yeah, we're going to make it interesting. We're going to beat everybody. You feel me? We're going to beat everybody. We're going 17-0. We win in the Super Bowl. Straight up. Your defense was ranked third total, second in passing and rushing defense. They were on the field for an average of 31. Oh gosh. 47 22nd. It was higher, but the last 6 games dropped that down a lot. Yeah, because they were starting to win and the offense started to, because Kevin O'Connell, what's the word we use? Adjusted or simplified the offense, and that's when the offense started to be a lot better, right? Who is Detroit's backup quarterback? Overreach for drafting quarterback. I don't know, bro. I don't know. That's good. Know your rivals. I don't know. That's a good question. Matter of fact, let me hold on. Let me see. Said had the best year quarterback last year. Cars was injured. Let me look it up, bro. Let me look that up right now. Lions. Look up the Lions real quick. Lions quarterbacks in 2026. Let's see. Let's see what they doing. Let's see what the Lions doing. What are they doing? Why do they say backup is Teddy Bridgewater? What is going on, bro? This is the second time I've seen this, man. Why they keep saying Teddy Bridgewater is the backup? Is this real? Like, he ain't the backup. It ain't official, right? It better not be official, bro. We can't have that. We don't want that. We can't have that. On March 10th, 2026, the Detroit Lions agreed to terms with quarterback Teddy Bridgewater to return. Oh my gosh, bro. This might be real, bro. To return to the primary backup starter, Jared Goff, after retiring in 2024, coach high school football. The 33-year-old veteran returns to Dan Campbell's team to fill the void. All right. Left by Kyle Allen. Yep, he's with the Lions, y'all. He is with the Lions. Shout out to Mary in the building, pay. Shout out to Mary in the building, pay. Shout out to Mary in the building, pay. You said Sam Darnold over Jared Goff? Yeah, I'll agree with that. Just a question: why was Arizona willing to give up $35 million to no longer have him as their quarterback? Hey, listen, sometimes people just give up on players. You know what I mean? They gave up on them. They willing to give him. They willing to give pay this man $35 million to just for him to leave. That it's crazy. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, hey, it benefited us. Hopefully, you know what I mean. We'll see what happens. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, Mary. A lot of money. We'll see if Kyler Murray is going to be the guy that can, be pretty good for us. We'll see if he can be able to get the ball to Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, and run this offense that Kevin O'Connell wants to run. We'll see. We'll see if he can be healthy. We'll see if he's the guy. All the hype. Let's see if he can match the hype around him. So that's a good question. That's a lot of money. But the answer, honestly, is they just gave up on him. You know, just like the Vikings are giving up on J.J. McCarthy. And I hate to say it. I feel like Kevin O'Connell gave up on the young man. It sucks. I think it's Kevin O'Connell and the owners, not just Kevin O'Connell. But I feel like the Vikings gave up on J.J. McCarthy. This is not me just saying it. I feel like the actions, you can kind of tell. Well, see, I don't believe some of the people that be talking like they think Carson Wentz is going to be the second string. I don't necessarily believe that. But if that is true, they definitely gave up on J.J. McCarthy. If J.J. McCarthy's the third string quarterback, the start of 2026, J.J. McCarthy should ask for a trade ASAP. Ask for a trade. That's disrespect. Like, why would I want to be on a team? You drafted me 2024 in the 2024 NFL draft 10th overall. Yes, I got hurt in my rookie season. Second season, I played only 10 games. I showed moments that I looked real good. Yeah, I had some bad moments as well, but you're gonna go bring in Kyler Murray. You pretty much gave him the job, and then you bring back Carson Wentz, which I'm cool with that. But Carson Wentz should, if anything, Carson Wentz should not be the second string. He should not be quarterback 2. It should be J.J. McCarthy quarterback 2. It should not be Carson Wentz. Because it's just like, dang, so if Kyler Murray gets hurt, you don't want to see J.J. McCarthy still. So it has to be 2 quarterbacks to get hurt just so you can see J.J. McCarthy play. If I was J.J. McCarthy, I would ask for a trade. If the rumors are true that Carson Wentz could possibly be the quarterback 2. That's crazy. But I kind of try to tell y'all, and like I don't think I know everything, but I kind of sense just the energy from Kevin O'Connell, and he wasn't rocking with JJ McCarthy because JJ McCarthy in his eyes. I'm going by what Kevin O'Connell's thinking. In my opinion, this is what he's thinking. He can't run my offense. That's pretty much what Kevin O'Connell's saying. He can't run my offense and he can't stay healthy. And we'll see if Kyler Murray can stay healthy because he's hurt as well a lot. So we'll see what happens. In full context, if you really break it down, it wasn't even just it was health and it was play calling. For me, was the biggest factor why we're in the situation we're in when it comes to him not being a starter going into 2026. But yep. I think he will be the starter. Yes. Now he's a team. Sam Darnold. He called Sam Darnold ghost before Super Bowl. Yeah. Just say you're nervous. I ain't nervous at all, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building. Everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. It really helps the channel out. Also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that is in the building right now. We will be going live again sometime this week, but I have to go to a funeral tomorrow. So I won't be going live for probably a few days. We'll see what happens. We'll see how everything goes. But yeah. So I might not be live for a few days. Just keep it real with y'all. Lead top 5 Russian attack. Arizona corner gives another point. Yeah. Yeah. Cade Mays, Bradbury. Yeah, I agree with that. Lawrence Harrison, Star Wars, Fitzgerald, Megatron, Michael Irvin, but Randy Moss was an instant game changer. Skull. Hey, listen, Skull to the bowl to that. I love those wide receivers. Darnold, stronger arm and better feet, better Super Bowl performance over golf. Yeah, of course. Of course. St. Brown Burning, yes. Oh yeah, I agree with this too. John Doomsday. I like Roma Doomsday though. I really do like Roma Doomsday. Loveland, Laporta, yes, Laporta. I like Laporta too. I like Loveland as well. Center, 2 very good tight ends. I love Laporta, and I love Loveland. I'll take either one of them on my team. I'm just being honest with you, bro. I'll take either one of them on my team. Tyler got released today. Commander saved 8 point. I'm gonna have to look him up. Is he good? Is he good? I'm gonna have to look him up. I'm gonna have to look him up. Jared 5 seasons together with 1 playoff. Yeah. 2 seasons finished in last place NFC North, last 8 games. 1, 3. Wow. John Sullivan, last great center. Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's been a while. Go get me Jake Slaughter, man. Like, go get me Jake Slaughter, please. Brad Holmes over Ryan Poles. Hutcherson. Ooh, that's a nice one. I like Hutcherson. I mean, what? Kevin O'Connell won a Super Bowl as offensive coordinator in LA. 4 seasons with Vikings, 2 13-win seasons, and never finished last place in the NFC North. True. But listen, I get this. I don't care. I say this respectfully. I don't care what Kevin O'Connell did with another team. He got to do that with the Vikings. Respectfully speaking, I don't care. He was the offensive coordinator for the Rams. Congratulations. I want him to do it for the Vikings. Do it for the Vikings. It is not enough for us not to finish last. Listen, I want to be the best. I want to get to the playoffs. I want to win in the playoffs. Because just because you don't finish last in the division don't mean you in the playoffs. And if you ain't in the playoffs, you don't have a chance to make it. You don't have a chance to get to the Super Bowl. And if you don't have a chance to get to the Super Bowl, that means you ain't having a chance to win a Super Bowl. And the thing about your boy Mike Sports Vibes, can I talk that talk?
Talk that talk.
Is I want to win a freaking Super Bowl. Straight up. Just being honest with you. Just being honest with you. Kyler, the most talented quarterback we've had under center since Favre. Let's go. Oh, hey, listen, bro. I love your comment. I love you being optimistic, bro. Let's go, baby. Hey, let's go, baby. Come on, let's go. Let's win. You got prefer the Vikings to have JJ or Murray. You guys for me, if I had to choose, I want both. If I had to choose to be a starter, I'm going Kyler right now. But I don't want to get rid of JJ McCarthy. But honestly, with how things are going, they might end up getting rid of JJ McCarthy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. They might get rid of JJ McCarthy for real. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button if you haven't already. And also hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. All right. We get to the comments. Doomsday has a breakout year. Caleb can sling the and yeah, and they just got rid of DJ Moore, so there's gonna be more footballs going his way. DJ Moore going to the Buffalo Bills. That's gonna open it. Listen, there's only enough footballs you have. You only have enough footballs for how many times can you throw the ball a game? You know what I mean? So it's like you have 3 good wide receivers. You're gonna have to You know what I mean? Like, and probably all three think they could be number one. So you kind of have to limit. You got to get rid of one. And they chose DJ Moore, right? So we'll see what happens. I think Rome's going to have a really good season next year. Dennis Allen is Russell Wilson Rainbows all the way to the room. Dennis Allen is horrible, safe DC because he will never become a head coach again. Wow. Kevin O'Connell, Ben Johnson, Matt LaFleur. Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you, bro. All I'm saying is this: I'm not cheering against Kevin O'Connell. I want the man to do good, but listen. If he thinks that Kyler Murray is going to be able to drop back 40 times, but they ain't going to run the ball, if you run that same offense you ran with J.J. McCarthy, we're cooked. I say that respectfully. I'm cheering for the Vikings. I'm a Viking fan. If you feel like we're going to run the same offense that you ran with J.J. McCarthy early on in the season, we are cooked. I mean that. And I mean it in the most respectful way possible. I mean, I just want to win. So if Kyler Murray, you know what I mean? Listen, he the starter. Listen, you got to make sure you have some plays that match. You got to have some plays that match what he does the best on that football field. And if he doesn't, Kevin O'Connell should be fired. Especially if J.J. McCarthy's the third string. Especially. Competition will always make a player better. This will be interesting to watch for sure. Just want to win. Exactly. You know what, though? I'm starting to really feel, and I agree with everything you said, Mary, and I hate to say this, but I really feel like the Vikings, like, I don't want to say the Vikings. I'm going to just say Kevin O'Connell in the owners. I think it might be a wrap. And maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But the whole point was to bring in competition, and now you hear all these other rumors. Like, I'm not the only one saying it. Like, there's so many rumors out here that they even got stuff that they talking about trading JJ for a 5th round pick, man. It's bull crap. Bogus. Like, you put iron sharpen iron. May the best quarterback win. Let's go. Respectfully speaking, I like JJ McCarthy. I think Kyler Murray gonna win that job. I think it's no, I don't want to say there's no way that JJ can win, but the odds are against him because of who's the head coach. Who's the head coach? I'm just being honest. Now, and I know people like, Mike, why are you doubting JJ? That's not me doubting JJ. I'm just being honest with y'all. I'm being honest with you, being truthful. I don't believe that Kevin O'Connell rocks with the man. And that's the reason, that's the biggest factor of why I feel like he will not be the starting quarterback in 2026, at least initially, unless Kyler Murray gets hurt. Roman Doomsday, aka Butterfingers, God better not hold. Dang. DeAndre Hopkins, baby. Hey, listen, it might happen. It honestly might happen, bro. It honestly might happen. There's a rumors well, not even rumors. TMZ, I'll read it again. TMZ caught up with the wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, and this is what he said, and I quote: If Kyler need me, he know I'm there. If the Vikings need me, they know I'll be there. And then he said, I think Kyler fits in perfect there. One of the best accurate quarterbacks in the game, and his stats show that. And that's coming from a very good wide receiver, especially back a few years ago, in DeAndre Hopkins. So, I mean, I'm just reading what he says. And I made a short prior to going live, and I said, him being a wide receiver 3 for the right price would be awesome, would be amazing, will be spectacular. I would love that. Kyler Murray, 7 seasons, 67% completion rate, 92 quarterback rating. If he stays healthy, expect 30 touchdowns. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. If he stays healthy is the biggest question, though, bro. That is the biggest question we have. Can Kyler Murray stay healthy for 17 games? That is the question. That is the question for all of our quarterbacks. Not every quarterback on our roster gets hurt. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm being truthful right now. Now, I'm going to be optimistic going into 2026 NFL season that they'll all stay healthy. You know what I mean? For real. Naylor leaves. DeAndre Hopkins takes his place, possibly. Nice. I love it. I love it. Facts. Facts. I love it, bro. Kyler Murray, a.k.a. batted ball. He's not it. He's Caleb Backer, quarterback Williams. They are twins. Hey, listen, bro. First of all, hey, listen. Let me say this. I know you a Lions fan, bro. Let me say this when it comes to and listen, I ain't trying to give the Bears too much respect, but Caleb Williams, what he showed last year, bro, is that man looked really good last year, bro. He looked really good last year. Like his rookie season, ups and downs. This season, amazing. His first season last year was like kind of similar to what JJ McCarthy did for the Vikings last season. Similar. I don't know. I got to look at the numbers. But I'm just saying, that man pretty good. And then when it comes to Kyler Murray, we shall see. Now, Don Burr, all I will say is this. Keep that same energy. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because I will be going live for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And when we play against your Lions, keep that same energy, because when we go against your Lions, we will beat the brakes off of them. Can I talk?
Talk that talk.
That's a fact, bro. We're beating the brakes off of them, bro. There's nothing you can do to stop us. There's nothing you can do to stop us. We're beating the brakes off of y'all. Facts. Facts. Facts, bro. Big facts. Super facts. Bears have obviously a better offense, but Vikes have by far a better DC, and hopefully it's deep enough to contend. Yes, I agree, bro. I agree with everything you just said, bro. Hopefully our offense is so much better, like 1,000 times better at this point. In the playoffs, you need a high seed, at least 2 or 4, at least that accomplish home field advantage. Yeah, they accomplish home field. Yeah. I'll take it. Been disappointing being a Viking fan. Hopefully, Kyler is it. Facts, bro. We just gonna see what happens, bro. We're gonna see what happens. I don't think it can get any worse than what it was last year. Bears offense is decent, nothing special. Hey, listen, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You said decent? Bro, they was top 3. Matter of fact, I'm not just talking, bro. I listen, hold up. Best. Like, listen, bro. I'm telling you, the Bears offense was all that last year, bro. Like, real talk. Hey, listen. I know you a Lions fan. I get it. I can't listen. I get it, but bro, we gotta be real though, bro. We gotta be real. All right, so Bears were top 10. They were top 3 a lot this season. They're 6. They're number 6 in total offense. They're 6 in total offense. Yeah. You know what's crazy? The Lions are 5. Dang. We're not going to talk about the Vikings. We're going to skip that. I'm trying to look at the other people. Yeah, man. Yeah. We ain't going to talk about that no more. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, baby. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. Salute to everybody that's in the building. If we talking arm talent, it goes to Caleb, Kyler, Love, Golf. Could be, right? I'm trying to see something. Did I miss comments? Dan Campbell on the seat. First winning head coach record in 70 years. Yeah. True. He definitely. Vibes, we in here. Shout out to my guy, bro. Have a great week, bro. Hey, listen, man. Have a great week to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate everybody that support me on this YouTube journey. Salute to y'all, man. Yeah. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. And I gotta change this banner because it's not supposed to say. Hold on, I gotta edit this. I gotta edit this because it's supposed to say My Sports Vibes 2. Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to be My Sports Vibes 2. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My Sports Vibe. Okay, cool. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Let me see the comments again. Vikings will be trash again. Nah, it ain't happening, TY. Who that, all that, and all that? Who that and all that? What's up with you, bro? God bless all. God bless to you, bro. My NFC North quarterback head coach rankings are Caleb and Johnson, Collar, and Garrison, Love and LaFleur. And then, oh, I like this. This is cool. I like that. Oh, yeah. Sixers won yesterday. Yup. Judging any quarterback before he proves himself, Donald was unproven until he went to the Vikings. Give a little more faith on Murray. Yeah, like I feel like Murray, it's a whole new scenery, and sometimes people need a whole new scenery to see what they can do. And listen, he ain't listen. I think he's gonna be all right. Titans are about to pop. It's about health and roster, possibly 10 wins. I like that management, and Carolina has some. Yeah, I think Carolina got some potential as well. My 2026 love Ben. Okay. Gibbs is him. I love Gibbs. Vikings fans are delusional. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a delusional Viking fan. I admit. Detroit coach keep going forth, and then just for real, he gotta stop doing that. He gotta take the points sometimes. Super Bowl Eagles are in the building. We ain't worried about none of that you talking about. If you stop any run game, you have a better chance to win. That's true. That is true. But that's true. I can't deny that. But I'm just like, for golf, for me, he's like, I look at golf as and I know people are gonna be like, you're tripping, Mike. I look at golf as very, very good when he's playing off that run game, when he can do the play action successfully. Like when the run game is cooking, he's very good. Like he's not an average quarterback. He's not a good quarterback. He's very good. Like really good. That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm over exaggerating to some people, but I think Jared Goff is on another level when you establish that run game. Like he can play off that play action. He's amazing. All right, listen, Eagles is going down if we play y'all. Y'all going down, down, baby. People have to stop thinking the Vikings saved Darnold. Kevin Connor did not. If he doesn't whisper sweet nothing, is it whisper anything? Hey, listen, I ain't mad at you. Murray, aka Short Bed. Oh man, stop it. Stop it. Murray, aka Short Man. Y'all coming at that man's height, man. There is no guarantee win in the NFL. Yeah, any Sunday. Facts, Mary. 100% facts. I go into every season. Like I'm to the point right now. I don't care who we go against. It's not guaranteed. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's the best team or the worst team. I don't care if it's the best team. We got a chance to beat you. It is what it is. I don't care if you're the worst team. They got a chance to beat us. It's just the way football is. You know what I mean? All I care about is at the end of the regular season, we have enough wins to get to the playoffs and go from there. That's logical thinking, right? I just want to have enough wins to get to the playoffs. That's all I care about. Get us to the playoffs and give us a chance. That's all we asking for is a chance at the dance. That's all we asking for. Facts. I mean, Justin Jefferson break open, and scramble. He'll be open more breakaway pass. I think Kyler gonna be all right. I really do. I think it's gonna look really, really, really good. He just gotta stay healthy, and the offensive line gotta stay healthy, and the play calling gotta be better. I feel bad for the Lions. I would hate to have Max Brosmer. I like Kyler Murray being called. Y'all funny, man. Y'all so funny. Quarterback ratings are about right. I like teams, defense, and stuff. Special teams, seem to work. Yup. Two favorite nicknames. Y'all funny. Lions preach accountability and grit. But last 8 games of 2025. What 1, 3. All right, I'm about to get off, y'all. Almost been on for 2 hours. I didn't even realize it. Kyler Murray is a tough quarterback. Yes. You got to stay healthy. Bears are 1-7 versus Detroit last 4 years. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I'm about to get off, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. The old division, every 12 wins takes the number 3 seed. Let's get it, baby. Ain't that bad yet, Mike. You don't have to go get a kicker. Yo, you know what? Listen, I'm going to do it just because I know ain't nobody else doing it. It's probably super expensive just because ain't nobody buying it. I don't think anybody buying it. I'm going to get me a Will Riker jersey, bro. I'm going to find me one. And I'm definitely going to find me a Will Riker jersey, bro. Oh, excuse me. My favorite all-time quarterback was 5'10", quick, smart. I was armed. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, if you could play, man, as long as you ain't too short. I'm not gonna I ain't trying to come at nobody's height, but yeah, tanking. We ain't tanking, bro. We ain't tanking. You see, like it should. Oh yeah, Tom Brady. Hey, listen, bro. Tom Brady. Lions got rid of their young. Get rid of their young. Yep, Lions get rid of their young team. A bad backup quarterback with 20 game season. Teddy football in Motor City. Yeah, man. I gotta do a video about that, bro. All I care about is getting a offensive line that can give our quarterback some time in the pocket. Every year, it's so obsessed. Man, you ain't saying nothing wrong, bro. You ain't saying nothing wrong, bro. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I want to I know there's gonna be injuries, bro. But on top of it, we need a Pro Bowl center. I want a Pro Bowl center, bro. Like, can we get let me get to this comment real quick. I want a Pro Bowl center, bro. Like, can we draft a Pro Bowl center? Can we draft Jake Slaughter? I think he's gonna be a Pro Bowler. That's just my opinion. There's about 3 to 4 centers in this draft that are gonna be lights out. Probably 5. There's some good centers in this draft. My favorite is Jake Slaughter, though. Hargrave and John Allen gone. I like Jalen Redmond. Who your other DT no tackle? Man, we probably gonna have to draft the guy, man. It depends on who you talk to, bro. Like, I like Lee Hunter. I like Christian Miller. I love Christian Miller. I like Woods as well, but my favorite, honestly, is Lee. I like Lee and I like Christian Miller. I know Banks is up there. People love Banks as well, but I'm just going by what I like, personally. And I think for me, Christian Miller could possibly be the best defensive tackle in this draft, or Lee. Those two are dogs, man. I can't wait. I just hope we get a defensive tackle in this draft. I just hope we get the interior defensive line and interior offensive line together. I want the best defensive tackle. I want the best center. Just because I want it doesn't mean we're going to get it, because we know drafts are so iffy. You know what I mean? We don't know what the Vikings are going to do. I'm hoping for the best in this draft. I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited about this draft. Hargrave, but I love Jalen Redmond. If McCarthy does get traded, watch him turn into be a great quarterback. Vikings love. Yep. And my whole thing about if he turns out to be the 3rd quarterback on this roster, Mary, I hope he asks for a trade. And listen, it's not because I don't think that he could be a good quarterback. It's because I feel like it's disrespectful. How you got Carson Wentz as quarterback 2? You got Kyler as 1. At the very least, I better be 2 or 1. That's it for JJ. Like, that's what I should be. If I was JJ McCarthy, that's how I would feel. You're not telling me that I'm going to be quarterback 3 behind Carson Wentz. And I say that respectfully, because I'm not hating on Carson Wentz. I'm not hating on Kyler Murray, because I think Kyler Murray could be pretty good. I think Carson Wentz showed a lot of heart and desire to win last year. I got a lot of respect for Carson Wentz. but I am the 10th overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft. And I expect to at least be the quarterback too. Because if Kyler, hypothetically speaking, I don't want it to happen, gets hurt, the next quarterback that should be on that field is me. So it shouldn't be Carson Wentz. It should be me, JJ McCarthy. That's who it should be. Now, if you feel like you don't believe in me that much, Kevin O'Connell, the ownership, trade me and take that chance in me becoming a Pro Bowler. Take that chance of me becoming a great player. You better hope Kyler Murray's the guy if you trade me. I say you don't trade him until you know what you have in Kyler Murray. If you don't trade him until you know what you have in Kyler Murray. If Kyler Murray turns out to be good and we get to the playoffs and we make a Super Bowl run or whatever, give him the bag. Sorry, JJ McCarthy. But I'm not going to trade him prior to the season starting. You don't know how good Kyler Murray is going to be. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But like I said, I have to keep saying this because just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean the Vikings won't do it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that Kevin O'Connell doesn't want it to happen. Thinking Packers are like delusional 49ers fans. They may finish fourth in the NFC and say that with love, my achievement. Yo, man, I think the most delusional fan base. I'm a delusional fan. I already said I'm delusional. I'm a delusional Viking fan. Yeah, it ain't nothing. Listen, it don't hurt me at all. It don't hurt my feelings at all. I'm cool with being called a delusional Viking fan. We win in Super Bowl 61. I said it. I said it before the season even started. I don't care. I'm a Viking fan, and we win in Super Bowl 61. I'ma speak it into existence. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of it. But yeah, man. Wentz number 3. Wentz needs to be number 3, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I suspect they will hype up McCarthy Murray battle and how great McCarthy is looking, then make him play the most preseason and try to get teams to be in. Oh, that is such a that's a valid point. I think you're right. Make him play as much to show what he can do and trade him. Honestly, you might be on to something, bro. For real. You might be on to something. What's going on, Larry? Shout out to you, bro. Kyler Murray is dangerous in the open field. Justin Jefferson should be open all day down the field for touchdowns. We gonna see, man. We gonna definitely see. Hey, listen, I just want our dang on offensive line, the play calling to be better, man. That's the number one thing for me. And Kyler Murray got to get down on the ground, man, for real. Don't get hurt. Best wishes for you. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to going to a funeral tomorrow. I'm trying to stay strong, it's that's why I be trying to tell people, man, try to live life. Love your loved ones. Don't just see your loved ones on funerals and birthdays and holidays. Try to see your loved ones anytime because you just never know. You know what I mean? And funerals. I don't know, man. In my lifetime, I'm a 90s baby. I've been to so many funerals, man. So many funerals. I absolutely hate going to funerals, but I have to pay respect to family members. Got to pay respect, and it's hard, man. It's hard. I absolutely. That's the one place I can't stand going. It's the funerals, bro. I can't stand it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Larry in the Skull hitting the like. Shout out to everybody in the building, baby. Yes, everybody hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. and I truly feel that way. Salute to everybody that's in the building, man. God bless everybody in the building, man. You know what I mean? Keep God number one, keep God first. No matter what you're going through, God would always be with you. And yeah, man. Love on your loved ones. And yeah, love on your loved ones. You just never know. You know what I mean? I know some people be having like arguments in their family. I don't want to talk to you no more, man. Man, try to forgive, man. You don't gotta necessarily forget, but forgive, man, and um try to mend the relationship as best as you can. Because like I said, life is short, man. Like life is so short. You know what I mean? You know, as you get older, the time goes by quicker, in my opinion, because you understand time. Even though I feel like the dang on time is just different because they keep going up, down in time, and it just seems off. And I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, yeah. Enjoy every day and enjoy your family members because you just never know. You just never know. And before you know, you're like, what? Man, it's crazy. But yeah, just keep God first. Let's get to the comments. I can't figure out what the plan is or if they even have a plan. They have a plan, but just because they have a plan don't mean it's gonna work. Hey, listen. Hey, in boxing, right? Those that like boxing, you have a plan when you get in that ring. But when you first feel that power, because it's not just you throwing punches, it's the opponent throwing punches. Once you get hit one time, hey, listen, the plan might change a little bit. You feel me? The plan might change. So we'll see if the plan changes with the Vikings, if it doesn't work out right away. That's all I'm going to say. I'm being optimistic. I can't wait. I cannot wait, bro, till the season starts. We need an exceptionally good draft. Yes, we need a man, bro. Look, you know what I said? I know this is probably not realistic, but I'm a delusional Viking fan, so it is what it is. I'm not realistic sometimes. So my delusional self, my thinking is every draft pick, including the 7th round picks, are going to be good players. I'm going to speak it into existence from the 1st to the 7th round. Matter of fact, I'll give you one better than that. From the 1st to the 7th, and even the undrafted free agents, they're all going to be good players if they sign with the Minnesota Vikings. I'm talking about the undrafted free agents; they got to sign with the Vikings. You know? But you get what I'm saying? And they if they get an opportunity, they're going to be solid players. That's what I'm going to speak into existence because we can't get in. I don't want to say that. We got to do better in the draft. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Bernard Hargrave, John Allen, gone. I like Jalen, but the rest of your D line, yeah, we're gonna have to address that in the draft in free agency. I gotta do some more research on free agency. Grenard's not gone yet though. We got to see when Grenard leaves. If we trade Grenard, I want a first or a second, or a first. If I get a second, give me an additional second in next year's draft or something, or give me a third or 2/3 or a second and 2/3 or something. Larry plans. We don't need to no stinking plans. No GM. Nobody at the wheel. Tell her the dragon. We just going along with the flow. And it's like say hypothetically speaking, y'all. We in a boat, right? And we're just gonna, there's an island that's about 50 miles away. And we know on this island, it has diamonds and gold and all this valuable gems and all that silver and all that, right? You know what I'm saying? Platinum and all that good stuff, right? And we're in them, and we have a little boat, a little kayak, a little boat, or whatever you want to call it. And we have no plan to get there. We know it's a storm outside, but we're going to get there. We're going to just go in the middle of the ocean with a small little boat, and we'll see what happens. We either sink or swim or float all the way to the island. And we're either going to catch gold or we're going to sink to the bottom of the dang old ocean, and this whole thing's going to fall apart, and we're going to fire Kevin O'Connell. We're going to fire everybody. Can everybody say fire Kevin O'Connell? We either going to sink or swim. That's the plan. We better make it to the dang old playoffs. This is risky. This is big risk. This is a big risk. Kevin O'Connell is not the best coach. That's generally insane to say. Let him have his fun, bro. Hey, listen, I'm not going to sit here. Listen, y'all know how I feel about Kevin O'Connell. You know how I feel about Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell, to me, great coach in the regular season when it comes to his record. But I don't care about the record if you draft a quarterback top 10 and now you're about to get rid of him after the 2 seasons. I don't care what he did with the Rams. I want wins in the playoffs when it counts the most, because the only way we can get a Super Bowl is win in the playoffs. And if maybe I'm wrong, but isn't Kevin O'Connell 0-2 in the playoffs as the coach of the Minnesota Vikings? Maybe I'm wrong. We had 14 wins with Sam Darnold. We got the brakes beat off of us by the Rams. And I know the offensive line wasn't the same because of Christian Darrisaw getting hurt. But what about the play calling? What about the play calling? We couldn't score. The defense was terrible too against the Rams, but then they got it together in the second half. We didn't do anything. The offense sucked in the second half pretty much as well. So we had no chance. And then the first playoff game prior to that game was against the Giants. Daniel Jones looked like Patrick Mahomes. Hey, matter of fact, looked like Tom Brady. Hold on now. Maybe Joe Montana. Oh, maybe Steve Young. Maybe Dan Marino. Maybe the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. He made our defense look that bad. Daniel Jones looked like Joe Montana against the Vikings in that wild card game. Our defense was absolutely horrible all season long. That's why we had to have, how many comeback wins did we have in that season? And guess who didn't make no adjustments? Guess who didn't get fired? Guess who didn't fire the defensive coordinator? Kevin O'Connell didn't fire the defensive coordinator. He waited until the season was officially over to realize you are the problem. You can't make this stuff up. This is why I hope he has the mindset this season. If you don't do your job, you're fired. This is nothing personal. We trying to win a dang Super Bowl. And I'm tired of, listen, Viking fans need to have their standards a little bit higher when it comes to us not just having good regular seasons. We want playoff runs, y'all. We want playoff runs. Forget the regular season's wins. As long as we get to the playoffs, obviously, we got to have enough wins to get to the playoffs. But forget all that. Get us to the playoffs, and we want wins in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest here. There's some good head coaches in the division. Yeah, that's true. Normally, you need a GM, scouts, staff, plays February to be in draft. I got a bad feeling. I saw it. Same thing before. Man, this might not turn out to be good. This might not turn out to be good. We'll see. Very good head coaches run the fact. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Till Kevin makes changes. Is play calling. We will never make it to play. Oh man. Hey, listen, you're not wrong, Mary. The play calling has to be better. Listen, I'm just being honest, and you're being honest. Like this is being honest at the end of the day. You got to run the freaking ball. You have to have better play call. And if we don't, we're screwed. Period. Listen, we're not going to sit here and act like, listen, I'm a delusional Viking fan. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to make the playoffs if our play calling looks horrible like it was last year. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say, hey, listen, I know y'all ain't going to like this. Y'all might not like this, but guess what? We ain't going nowhere this year because our head coach is terrible. But this is the beautiful thing about the Vikings, though. Our defensive coordinator is so good. Our defense is so good. So even if our offense struggles early on, we're still going to have a chance. Unless our defense takes so many steps backwards, which I don't see it happening, we're going to have a decent team. Like, I know our defense is going to be good. I know our special teams for the most part is really good. Will Reichert, and I will get his jersey. I'm getting Will Reichert's jersey. I don't care. It is what it is. I'm getting his jersey. Matter of fact, the first jersey that's the first jersey I'm getting. Before the season start, Will Reichert's the first jersey I'm getting. And I'm going to rock it on this channel. Straight up. This is not the season for the inconvenience draft. Could be yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Vibes, do you think Hopkins would have better production than Naylor? I think so. I think so. I think so. I like Naylor, but I think so. I actually do. I think for the right price, I think Hopkins will be a good addition to the team as a third wide receiver. And that's only if they don't believe in Ty Felton. You know what I mean? They might not believe in Ty Felton. They might want to go get Hopkins. You already know he's speaking about it, so you know I'm down. Whatever can make this team win a Super Bowl, I don't care, bro. At this point, like get anybody as long as he's a good teammate, and he's not like a head case on the football field, and he makes you know what I mean off the field drama. I'm down with all that. Long as whatever they do is legal, I'm cool. I just want the best. I want to have a really good culture, and I want to win a Super Bowl. I think Hopkins could easily equal, yes, or surpass. Yes, me too. I think so too. Oh crap, I'm going a little bit too fast. I'm gonna get off the channel in a little bit, y'all. Just gonna read a couple more comments and I'm gonna get off. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Skull. God bless you. Pray for the run game. Yes, definitely. That's the secret of the NFL success. It allows us to all be delusional fans. Yep, I'm a delusional fan. I love it. Yeah, I'm a delusional fan. We're gonna win the Super Bowl every single year. And listen, I would say the same thing if JJ McCarthy was named the starter right now. I said the same thing last year. I said we'll be better than the Sam Darnold year. I was wrong. But I did say it. I said we'll be better. I said Hargrave's going through his thing. Jonathan Allen's going through his thing. And I was wrong. Ryan Kelly, I was wrong. I admit, I was wrong, y'all. I get a lot of things wrong about this football team. Actually, yeah, I get a lot of things wrong. Listen, I can't even help myself at this point. Listen, this is what it is. Kyler would be lucky to have 400 yards rushing this year. I get people think that he's young. His body isn't young for NFL anymore. All right, we gonna see. Hey, listen, we gonna see, baby. We gonna see. Murray has a low to normal rate of batted passes during his career. Yup. Oh, love it. Oh, y'all stop it. Have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, Mary. Salute to you. Hey, man, it might be time to get. He said it might be time to get off the stream. Oh, he's hey, you can get off, bro. It's all good, man. Thanks for all your support. Let's go, Vikings. Phillies, Vikings. What's good with you, bro? Hey, listen, bro. Salute to you, my guy. What's up with you, my guy? Minimum JJ is quarterback 2. No way Wentz is quarterback 2. Bro, they talking about it, bro. Like big time channels is talking about it, bro. And I'm like, where are y'all getting this information from? Only way this is a possibility is if they really want to trade JJ McCarthy, bro. I still believe in JJ. We are people giving up so easy. No, it's not us. Well, I ain't gonna say us. It's not me. It's not a lot of Viking fans. It's really the organization. It's really Kevin O'Connell and the owners. I don't even think it's the fan base like that. I think it's more of the owners, bro. Like they want to make it to the playoffs and they don't believe in JJ McCarthy. That's just being honest with you, bro. I know it sounds a little like it's just being honest. I mean, that's just I don't know. Wednesday 2, I don't trust McCarthy to stay healthy or play consistently, trying to win, not save quarterback career. Oh, yeah. Look at JJ's last 4 games of the year. He ranked top 4. Yeah, I get it. I get it. The only issue, Jordan, is he wasn't running the offense he wanted to run. And I think Kevin O'Connell thinks Kyler, maybe I'm wrong. This is probably why they signed him to a minimum deal. They think Kyler can do it. They think that's why they signed Carson Wentz. He thinks Carson can do it. I truly believe, Jordan, that Kevin O'Connell is done with JJ McCarthy. And I'm wrong. But I don't think it's just the fan base that just doesn't believe in JJ McCarthy. I really believe it's coming from what you're seeing is obvious. What you're seeing in Kevin O'Connell at the press conferences is obvious. We can't even as Viking fans say, oh yeah, Kevin O'Connell believes in JJ McCarthy. He's gonna win no. It's not a given anymore. It's kind of like right in front of us. It's gotta believe it. And then when you talk about multiple players coming out and saying stuff like Justin Jefferson, he ain't saying nothing crazy. Aaron Jones saying stuff, he ain't saying nothing crazy, but they came out and said some stuff. I'm just saying, bro. What's good, my friend? I say Green Bay by a little bit. No, we beating Green Bay. Wentz is not a quarterback too because when he had to be, he sucked. Well, he wasn't bad. He got hurt. I don't think Carson Wentz was bad. I think I don't even think he got hurt. And that's when he started to be bad. Prior to Carson Wentz getting hurt, Carson Wentz was pretty decent. I'm not going to say the man was a Pro Bowl guy. I'm not going to say all that. I'm just saying he was decent. 9 now 3. What's up, T-Bass? You tell me what's up. What's up, everybody? Daniel, go Pat go. Shout out to you. OKC needs to. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, I agree. Skull Vikings. What's good, Ryan? I root for Phil's, Flyers, Sixers, and Vikings. Philly here and is here. Yeah, you already know. Same here, bro. Everything you just said, I'm with you. Wentz didn't suck as a backup. He gave JJ his best games. Woo! Oh, snap. Hey, listen, I can't even. He went 2 and 3 and couldn't get them down the field. He said, oh, man. Oh, man. I look at it like this, right? JJ McCarthy, the unfortunate truth, if you're a JJ McCarthy supporter or not, what's happening is right like this. The team is moving on slowly but surely. I truly believe that they're going to move on from JJ McCarthy. Whether people think that it's a mistake or not, the proof is right in front of you. And I think my homie T-Bass said it in the comments a while ago, or was it Mike, that we can't babysit. We trying to win a Super Bowl. And I know it's not all on JJ McCarthy why we sucked offensively last year, but part of the reason is him. Is not all him, but part of the reason is him. So we can't take full blame from him because of injuries and play calling. Some of the passes were not good. Some of the decisions that he made was not good. And I understand it's his rookie season. The biggest factor on why we're having this conversation is because he gets hurt. Every season he played in the NFL so far, he has been hurt. And that's just the unfortunate truth. He's 23 years old and he keeps getting hurt. So, as an organization, let's think bigger picture. Big picture, I mean. You got to be proactive. You can't put all your eggs in one basket after you just saw Sam Darnold win a Super Bowl. After you just saw Drake May, the guy that's in your draft in 2024, 23 years old, the same age as JJ McCarthy, probably a few years older, just got to the dang on Super Bowl. The top picks in the 2024 NFL draft all got to the playoffs from Bo Nix, besides Michael, and JJ McCarthy. Bo Nix, Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Drake May. And that's just the truth. Do I feel like they should trade him right now? No. But just because I feel like they shouldn't trade him doesn't mean they're not going to trade him. Doesn't mean they're not trying to shop him right now. I won't be surprised what they do when it comes to JJ McCarthy. And if he is the third string quarterback, I hope he does request a trade. But at the same time, as a Viking fan, I'm not looking at, if JJ McCarthy's not the starting quarterback, I'm not watching the Vikings. If JJ McCarthy's not the starting quarterback, the Vikings are not doing anything. I'm going against Kyler Murray. I want Kyler Murray to suck to prove my point that they should have stuck with JJ McCarthy. My mindset is whoever is playing at quarterback, I'm going for it. I was cheering for Brett Favre. I was cheering for Nick Mullins. I was cheering for Case Keenum. I was cheering for Max Brosmer. I was cheering for first cousin Captain Kirk. I was cheering for Joshua Dobbs. I cheered for every quarterback that you could think of. If you put on that uniform, I'm cheering for you. Just like it goes for the wide receivers, the tight ends, the running backs, the linebackers, every position you could think of on that field for the Vikings. If you put on that purple and gold, I'm cheering for you. Yes, JJ McCarthy is going to suck to see him go. But at the same time, the circumstances are what they are. If Sam Darnold would have lost the Super Bowl, maybe he would not be in the situation that he's in right now. But since we let Sam go after a 14-win season, not saying that Sam did everything. The defense was good as well, but it's a team sport, so I'm not taking that away from Sam. What I'm saying is that the offense was perfectly ran, not perfectly ran, but it was ran pretty good in Kevin O'Connell's eyes. And in Kevin O'Connell's eyes, he doesn't think that JJ McCarthy can run his offense. That's just how I look at it, bro. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe JJ McCarthy will get another opportunity and be the starting quarterback of the Minnesota Vikings and become a multiple Pro Bowler and winners of and win Super Bowl MVP. But right now, it ain't looking that way. Right now, it looks like the franchise don't look at him as a franchise quarterback. That's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. Yes, there are some fans that are like, oh, JJ McCarthy sucks. Then you got some fans that are over the top. JJ McCarthy's the best quarterback ever. And I'm like, how do you even say that? I understand he has some moments, but he wasn't playing like a Pro Bowl when in those 10 games. He wasn't playing like a Pro Bowler. He wasn't playing like an all-time great in 10 games. So some people got that overreaction as well. I'm neutral. You know what I mean? I hope the best for the man. I've seen some moments and some good moments and some bad moments. That's going to happen in a second-year quarterback's career. But the worst thing about it is him getting hurt. Because now they have the excuse because he can't finish more than 10 games in a season. That's just what it is, bro. I'm telling y'all. That's what they thinking. Shout out to Daniel in the building. What's up? What's up? Shouldn't a coach work his play calling around quarterback strengths, not the quarterback playing into the coach wants, and to be stubborn to it? Yes, I agree with everything you said. But the unfortunate truth is this is what the truth is. The ownership has so much respect for Kevin O'Connell to the point where they fired the GM. Usually the head coach gets fired before the GM, right? Kevin O'Connell has not accomplished any playoff wins for the Vikings. He has a lot of wins in the regular season. They fired Kwesi, which I'm not saying that they were wrong to fire Kwesi, but they kept Kevin O'Connell. So the owners have so much respect for Kevin O'Connell. And whatever Kevin O'Connell wants at this moment, because he's going to say, if you give me what I want, this is what he's probably saying to the owners. If you give me everything that I need, we are going to make a playoff run, and we're going to probably win a Super Bowl. But I don't think it's the guy that we drafted in 2024. And I agree with you. With like you adjust to what you have on the field. I've been saying that for the longest. The problem is the chain of command. Kevin O'Connell's over everybody in that organization besides the owners. He's probably even over the what's his name, Brzezinski. I'm just giving you my opinion on the chain of command when it comes to Kevin O'Connell right now. So we'll see what happens, but Kevin O'Connell's going to want to run his type of offense, and he doesn't believe that JJ could do it. Can't wait to sack that little. We gonna see. Get a better cornerback. We all right. We gonna get some more cornerbacks possibly in the draft too. This team needs to be hard hitting. We've been too much finesse soft team. Yes, and that's offense and defense. Yo, I want to have a run game like when we had Adrian Peterson, bro. Even with Dalvin Cook, let's go Dalvin Cook. We don't even got to go that far back to Adrian Peterson. Let's go to Dalvin Cook days. You know what I mean? We ran the ball a lot more, bro. Like, come on. I hear you, man. I think everyone is giving up on JJ. Yeah, he's not ready. He's needs to mature. I like Kyler trade, but we invested too much. Let him get seasoned, and if he fails, then so be it. You're right. They said they had a dumb down the office. I don't like saying that. I don't like saying the dumb down. I'd rather say simplify. I don't want to say dumb down. Because then it's kind of making it seem like JJ McCarthy just doesn't understand anything. Like, I don't even think it's that, bro. It's just like you're in your second year. The NFL game is faster than college, bro. You know what I mean? You're going against the best of the best. So simplify it. Make it a little bit easier. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like, Kevin O'Connell got his mind made up. Yeah. Yeah, we do have a small sample. I truly believe Kyler is quarterback one if he rosters then trade. Yeah. If he does it, yeah. I know what happens. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Troy. God bless. I'm getting off. I've been live for 2 hours and 30 minutes almost. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with me. I did not know I was live this long. I know people people been on this live stream long. Shout out to y'all, man. God bless each and every one of y'all. Man, what a day. I'm not going to be live tomorrow because I will be going to a funeral, so I won't be live tomorrow. We'll see what happens after tomorrow. But shout out to everybody in the building. God bless to y'all. Have a wonderful day. Be easy. Keep God first, and I will talk to you later. Peace.